To beautiful Cloverdale Athletic Park here on the outskirts of Surrey, British Columbia. Day one of the FTF Summer Combine Showdown here in Vancouver. So happy to be back. I'd like to thank Henry and FTF for continuing to have me as the broadcaster. Zach Clark, my fourth time now with FTF and the first game off and running. We've got Team 1 versus Team 2 here, and it's an early possession for the team in orange. Advancing down the right-hand side to the top of the box, here comes Sydney Renfro. She's stripped of the ball by the defender, taking it back now to the corner. Good pivot by Nina D'Amata. Trying to send that one back out in front. That's clogged up in the midfield, retrieved here by Orange. They'll pivot that back to the defense. Paige Wilkinson to the left side. Gabby Moretto finds it, takes it down deep to the left corner. Moretto running out of space here. Pinned into the corner. That's some nice defending and stripped of the ball there. Nina D'Amata once again. Or pardon me, that was Zoe Price with some nice defensive maneuvers, and the ball will ricochet back to the keeper. And I should of course mention that the keepers, they will be rotating every half, but for now that's Morgan Plato over on the left hand side, and over on the right backstopping Orange, it's Kelly DiGiovanni. Here comes blue, Zoe Price. Made a maneuver at the line. That'll trickle out of bounds. She'll get the throw. Lifts that one ahead to Sophia Jackson. Her pass intercepted by Maya Calvo. Calvo to the right back. It's Skylar Ashmore. Trying to get that to the outside. That's run onto. Ashmore takes a return ball. She'll lose that. Some nice forechecking here by Blue, looking for their first real offensive possessions of the game. Nice footwork by Bianca D'Souza, who's going to steal the ball, trying to send it up to the left side, but it will be Skylar Ashmore for Orange there first. Her pocket quickly picked. Some nice maneuvering there. I believe that's Mira Dillon. Mira Dillon, of course, no stranger to these FTF combines. She's been here before. She'll make a nice pass. The first shot comes through, and that's a save there. Diving across was Kelly DiGiovanni. Gets a glove to it. Looks like it will be a goal kick, so they'll say she didn't get a glove to that one. And they'll start to advance the play. DiGiovanni, long kick up ahead. That's a nice goal kick there as Gabby Moretto will find it with the left boot. Looking to send a through ball to the strikers. That one quickly shut down by Zoe Price. Her ball intercepted. Corrine Sear couldn't hang on to that one as Blue will regain possession. I'll bring it back across the halfway mark. Stopped up in the mid once again. Knocked down here by Lucy Weber. She's trying to split the defense. Lucy Weber with a through ball running onto it. Here's Mira Dillon with a look. Shoots, scores! And the first goal of the combine will go to Team 1 as Mira Dillon buries that shot off a nice through ball from Lucy Weber. And it's been Orange with the possession early, but it will be Blue getting the first goal. And Mira Dillon returning to this combine. She'll get the opening tally. Team 2 looking for some revenge as Paige Wilkinson sends it to the midfield for Corrine Sear. Back to the defense. Maya Calvo finds Moretto. Her pass, narrowly able to make that back to the defense, but it's going to be picked off here. Ooh, Bianca D'Souza, she was looking for it. That's well recovered by Skylar Ashmore. Ashmore sends that to the outside. Back and forth here, just past the halfway point of the pitch. Retrieved by Callie Lundstrom. Lundstrom up the middle, long kick comes through, connecting with the strikers. Sydney Renfro. Her pass was lifted away by Emma Aver. And Blue will send that right back from whence it came. Headed forward by Orange. Lundstrom again connects with the defense. Long pass. Just out of reach of any strikers being able to run onto that one. So we'll have another goal kick here. As Orange, they're doing a good job hanging on to possession here, but struggling to make any meaningful offensive touches early on. Have not tested the keeper Morgan Plato since the very first shot. Blue looking to escape the end. That's some nice pressure in tight there by Gabby Moretto. She'll lift the ball. Connects with Paige Wilkinson. And puts that through the middle. Chance developing here right at the top of the box, but that's going to be taken away. Defended well by Karis Johnson for Team 1. She'll stop that chance, and now Johnson tasked again with getting that ball out. She'll do just that. That's a nice set of bang-bang defensive plays there for the left back from Langley United, Karis Johnson. Blue set up the opening goal scorer, Mira Dillon. She'll play that one to the outside for Bianca D'Souza. D'Souza back down the middle. Blues transitional game looking nice there. That's a nice defensive touch from Maya Calvo, who's able to break up that pass. And I'll tell you what, if she hadn't gotten a foot to that, would have been Blue off to the races with a great scoring chance again. This one going to go out of play. Was last touched by Wilkinson, so it'll be a Blue throw. Lifted in by Zoe Price. Sent right back to the line. Price takes it back. Quick one touch. Connects with her defense. Nina D'Amata. That pass initially intercepted. Running onto that one's going to be Karis Johnson. But right on top of her, Sydney Renfro looking to get to the outside. Renfro right side of the box. She'll put it down the middle. No one there to touch that one home. And that play will die before it ever got off the ground. Long goal kick from Morgan Plato. And nearly reached us up here in the broadcast balcony. So that one will go well into the spectators' gallery here. And being thrown back into play. And will resume. Good back and forth pressure. As is to be expected at these combines. Always a high level of compete. Price. The throw in. She'll get it back. Zoe Price, one of the youngest players at this combine, only a few with the grad year of 2029. She'll get that over to the opposite end of the pitch. Mira Dillon, so tough to get off that ball. You see her protecting it well. She'll send it back to the defense. They'll look to break out, but this pass quickly intercepted by Gabby Moretto. Orange with a chance. Moretto cuts to the inside. She's still got it. Slows down, a pair of defenders on her, trying to send a through to the left side, but Zoe Price able to kick that one out of play. But it will be an orange throw deep in the offensive zone as they look to get back at it and try to test Morgan Plato. Sophia Jackson takes that one away. She'll put one through. Back at it again. Here comes Blue. The race for it. Keeper comes out to challenge. It's taken away. Scores! And that's two early tallies here for Mira Dillon. Incredible patience exercise there as the keeper. Bold decision to come out to challenge. She's cool, calm, and collected. A quick sidestep maneuver, and Mira Dillon has a pair of goals early in this one. That's center attacking mid, showing some great soccer IQ of knowing when to get involved in that play. And of course, that is a huge part of your role as a CAM, is knowing exactly when you have to join the attack and when you need to be more defensively involved. And her timing has been impeccable thus far. Sophia Jackson sets up that pass at the outside. That's broken up by Orange. They'll look to send that one back the other way, but Blues defense currently airtight. To the left wing, Gabby Moretto puts that one ahead for Sydney Renfro to run onto it. She'll get the touch, but just couldn't keep that in. Sydney Renfro about half an inch from holding that one onside, or in play rather. But as it stands, Morgan Plato sends it across. D'Amata to Price. Price from Langley United connects with the midfielder Lucy Weber. The ball will be stripped by Callie Lundstrom, who connects right back with the offense. Orange, perhaps another chance developing here. Gabby Moretto plays that one back for Lundstrom. She'll make a move. Callie Lundstrom, top of the box, looking for the finish. It's Lundstrom, shoots, and that one stopped. A diving save from Morgan Plato keeps Orange off the board, but we will have the first corner kick of the combine here, as they'll be rewarded. Now, I will say the last time we were out doing FTF Canada Combine, it was the first 5 or 6 corner kicks all completely unsuccessful. So we're hoping for a quicker execution here from Orange. This time out, it'll be Kaya Weber to take this corner. You can see everyone positioning really deep. She has no shallow options. She's going to have to go for a long ball. And there it is, right to the back of the box. That's a nice corner. The header comes through, stopped by the defense, rebounds there, and it's skied over top of the crossbar. That's a nice corner attempt from Orange. Dangerous opportunity and a quality finish on the header, but some nice defensive maneuvers, keeps that ball out, and the score remains 2-0 Blue. Demata runs to collect that one. It had bounced off an Orange player, however, so she'll let it go out of bounds for a goal kick for Morgan Plato. Plato from Surrey United lines up for the kick. Long drive, taken away by Orange. There's a chance developing here. Gabby Moretto cuts around the defender. Moretto shoots, and just wide. I'm not sure. I don't think the goaltender got a piece of that shot from Moretto. Did not miss by much. In fact, hit the outside of the post before going out of bounds. And sure enough, Plato never touched it. So this one will be another corner kick. And last time, really great opportunity developed for Orange. They'll look to do that again. It's going to be a different kick taker this time as Callie Lundstrom lines up for it. Oh no, pardon me. They shall elect for the same kicker. That is indeed Kaya Weber. Understandably so. She had a great corner last time. Let's see what she can do on this attempt. It's deeper this time, over top of the keeper, and it deflects out of play as the kick from Orange comes through, but it misses the net a few feet to the right. I tell you what, we've seen two great counterattacks by Blue, and of course both of those counterattacks capitalized upon by Mira Dillon, but outside of those two 1-2 punches from Mira Dillon, it's been pretty much all Orange all the time in terms of possession and control. But possession and control currently not winning them the game as it remains 2-0 Blue. Here's Sophia Jackson trying to make moves around the midfield. She'll do just that. Sophia Jackson bought herself some room down the right-hand side. She's going to have to curl this in. Jackson calling for it down the middle. Pass blocked. Rebounds there. And defense able to get in front of that as a partial block from Maya Calvo. Took the wind out of the sails of that shot, and it'll trickle harmlessly to the keeper, Kelly Di Giovanni. Right back the other way we go as Zoe Price trying to get that one back out in front. It'll deflect away. And here's Sydney Renfro in deep. Back in front to Moretto. Sharp angle. And that one defended well by Nina D'Amato, who blocks the shot. And we'll have our third consecutive corner kick here for Orange. All on that same near corner. For the third time, it's Kaya Weber. She's got a really great control of this corner ball. You understand now why her teammates don't feel the need to give her that short option, as she's going to put this in the deep box again. You just watch. Weber, there goes the kick. Right down the middle, lands at the feet of the striker, but just couldn't convert that bouncing ball, was Tessa Langelant. I guess it's not often you see a left back in a position like that outside of a corner. It rarely happens. Nice defense there by Zoe Price as she'll take away that one-on-one option. Now back comes Blue. We've talked about the counterattack, and here's Mira Dillon. A potential hat-trick opportunity as she bears down on the keeper one-on-one. Mira Dillon shoots, and that's stopped there by Kelly Di Giovanni. Refusing to let Mira Dillon get the hat-trick as of yet, but wow. That's now 2 goals and another prime scoring opportunity for Mira Dillon from BFC in the BC SPL. You can tell that previous FTF Combine experience showing through for Dillon. Here's Zoe Price. Trying to get that one back to the right wing for Sophia Jackson. The defense will take it away. Stopped up by Calvo at the top of the orange box. She's 1-on-2. Threads that one right between the two forecheckers to Paige Wilkinson, but just unable to hold that one in bounds. It'll go off Price for an Orange throw. Wilkinson, lead throw ahead, hoping that Gabby Moretto could run onto that one. It's the defender, Emma Aver, who gets there first, but that one will be quickly won back here by Moretto. She'll put it up the middle. No teammates there to speak of, and it'll be Blue who sends it right back the other way. Running for that, Tessa Langeland. She'll play it to the keeper. Long drive, gets it back up to the midfield. Colliding on the far side, Alarna Takar able to get to that one first for Orange. She'll chip it back to the defense, and now Takar takes a return ball. That one's steered to Skylar Ashmore. It's played out of bounds for an Orange throw. Back into the fray. Mira Dillon puts it between the defense, but no one there for Blue to be able to run onto that ball. It'll trickle right back to DiGiovanni. The punches are going back and forth as Orange had a 10-minute stretch of dominance, but now Blue starting to show a bit more signs of life here after an early couple tallies from Dillon. Corinne Sear plays that one ahead. Sydney Renfro trying to run onto it. She's contested in the corner by Emma Aver, who will play it back to the keeper. Long drive from Plato, back up to the mid. Mira Dillon running onto that one. Dillon beats out the defender. Blue have numbers here. Running onto the far side. It's an opportunity. I believe that's Sophia Jackson. And no, caught just offside there. Pardon me, that was Bianca De Souza. But the offside hand has been raised, and we'll have a stoppage. It's unfortunate for De Souza as she had gotten around the defender using that large frame of hers to be able to outpace pretty handily, no less. But unfortunately, just on the wrong side of the defender when that pass came through. And now here's Gabby Moretto. Down the left line, Moretto trying to put that towards the goal, but it's blocked by Sophia Jackson. Will ricochet out for yet another corner kick. We'll see. The corners have looked good every time for Orange, but they don't want looking good. They want a goal. And we'll see if third time's the charm. Yet again, it's Weber with the kick. Weber goes for a lower challenge this time, and it's not going to work out as Zoe Price able to get that right boot on it, deflects it right back to center. Not out of danger. A chance here for Moretto. One-on-one's Moretto, and taken away by the defense. It's a marvelous challenge there. Clean as a whistle from Emma Aver. That'll win her team possession. And Moretto was trying to cut to the inside. We've seen her do that a few times with varying levels of success. Had a couple great chances early on, but that one defended well by Aver. And we've reached the half of the first half as we'll have a 5-man substitution for each team. Chance to get as many reps in for these players as possible. Substitutions look to be complete. We'll have the whistle right back at it. Plato steers it to the near side. Pass threaded up the middle. Fresh off the bench is Amina Phillips. She'll get the touch. Phillips guarded 1-on-3. Back to the defense. Milani Ritchie, another newcomer off the bench. Her pass taken away there by Rio Manabe Downs. Blue able to win this one back. Of course, on a hot day like this, your energy can sap quickly, and you can tell just how fresh these players are off the bench, ready to get right at it. Paige Wilkinson steers it up the middle. Karali Waltmans connects with Tessa Langeland. Langeland puts it to the midfield. Manabe Downs connects ahead. One-on-one battle here as Karis McSherry is looking for it for Orange. McSherry nearly came out on top, but Milani Ritchie did a good job to stay with that ball even after being knocked down. Didn't give up on the play. It will be Orange retrieving through center as Karali Waltmans has it now. She'll find Tylee LeBlanc. LeBlanc to the right back. Skylar Ashmore. Ashmore coughs up possession. Blue will send it back to their defense this time. Nina Damata to the keeper. Back now to the left back. Once again, will be steered out of play, so Orange will run onto that for a throw-in. Here comes the ball, put right to the boot. Skylar Ashmore going to take that one back. Almost looked like she played a little deflection play to herself, but unfortunately for her, it doesn't work out as that will go out of bounds, and now it's a Blue throw from the same spot. I believe that's Bianca D'Souza. Lifts one into the top of the box. It's going to be sent right back from whence it came as Tessa Langelon will kick it to the midpoint of the pitch. Here's the through. Manabe Downs finds it. She'll kick that one ahead. Trying to race onto that was Karali Waltmans. And I tell you what, did a good job to beat the defender, but just realized there was no chance she was getting to that ball before the keeper was. It's Blue looking to get back to the offensive here. Still haven't had any major scoring opportunities since the last time Mira Dillon had the touch. Back and forth here. Skylar Ashmore able to shut that one down. It will once again be kicked out of play. Orange throw, fairly deep in their own end. That's Skylar Ashmore from KYSA. He's going to be able to lift that one ahead. Knocked down by Manabe Downs. It'll be taken away through the middle. It's Abby Oman, another returning face here for FTF Canada. And that one brought right back the other way. Good run here from Karis McSherry down the left side. She's got a passing option down the middle, looks for it. Spinning at the top of the box. Orange trying to find anything, and Bryn LeBlanc hoping for the finish there. She was taken down as she was shooting, so just couldn't get the accuracy right on that. It'll trickle well wide. And once again steadied by Morgan Plato. Man, Orange, there's so much setup. The amount of chances they've had, easily double, if not triple, the amount that Blue have had. But I tell you what, it's all about the finish right now. Good defensive cut by Skylar Ashmore. She'll kick that pass out of play, and Blue will be stopped in their tracks with a throw. That'll take a couple bounces before being steadied by Karali Waltman, who kicks it across to Skylar Ashmore. She'll spin. Back for Waltmans she goes. Waltman's taken down. Blue looking to advance. They've got a chance here. Left side, top of the box. Kicks it back out in front. Here comes the attacker. Drop pass. That's blocked by Tessa Langelon down low. Langelon going for a run. Left back getting involved here offensively. Now she's set up a through ball. Running for it here is Karis McSherry down the left side. She's one-on-one with Emma Aver. McSherry trying to get through Aver. She'll cut back up to the top of the box, but Aver with her every step of the way, and sure enough, she'll force a turnover. Some more great defending from Emma Aver. Pushes it out in front. Amina Phillips collects at the midfield. Aver across from Alani Ritchie, and she'll send that pitch wide. Dropped back to Nina Damata. She'll connect that one up ahead. I'll run down the left wall. Some good back and forth, but the pass will be broken up by Maya Calvo. However, her pocket's picked down low. The cross comes through, looking for the finish. It's Amina Phillips, and she'll put it high. Did not miss by much, mind you. Dropped down just to the right side of the post. And Blue's best chance in several minutes' time, skied by Amina Phillips. So I'll look to do that one again here as Kelly DiGiovanni hoping to clear her own zone. As we approach the halfway point of Game 1, you're watching FTF Canada Soccer here in the Summer Combine Series from beautiful Cloverdale Athletic Park. Currently 2-0 in favor of Team 1 in blue. DiGiovanni playing that one safe. To Langelon. Her pass goes up the middle, quickly brought right back the other way. Good touch by Gwyneth Poore. Poore sends it across. Amina Phillips looking for some revenge, but her pocket picked there by Tylee LeBlanc, who's going to connect up front with Bryn LeBlanc. Bryn LeBlanc, however, couldn't hang on to that one as she was shadowed by Emma Aver. Now Blue, through ball comes through. That's a nice feed, looking for the finish, and what a stop by DiGiovanni, who's immediately taken out. Right back at it, rebounds loose. Shots blocked in front there by Tessa Langelon. She might have just stopped a goal. Best save of the combine so far there from Kelly DiGiovanni. And great job by her sticking to her guns. You know, she got burned earlier when she came out to challenge the shooter, and that can damage a goaltender's confidence. When you get burned like that once, you're unlikely to do it again. Well, she came out to challenge the shooter again, and this time worked wonders as she was able to cut down the shooting lane and take out that angle. Should probably be 3, if not 4-0 Blue with the couple of chances they've had, but some nice saves. Keeps it at 2-0. Now an opportunity developing the other way as Karis McSherry has it at the top of the box. She'll carry it down to the left corner. McSherry just can't beat Emma Aver. She is stifling in that one-on-one, just giving the attackers absolutely no room to work with. Orange, however, are going to be rewarded with their 5th corner kick of the half, really showing where a lot of their chances end up developing. It will be a new corner taker here as Karali Waltmans lines up for this one. Kick comes through right to the center of the box. It's trickling right in between feet. The kick, and that one going to be another corner there as the finish came through from Tylee LeBlanc, but it went off a Blue defender and out of bounds. I believe we've just had our halftime whistle, so we'll have to wait for the action to continue. 2-0 Blue is where we stand after not 1 but 2 goals by Mira Dillon, and honestly she could have had a third as well, as she was absolutely all over the pitch to begin this first one. Half a game in the books here from the FTF Canada Vancouver Summer Series Combine here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. I'm Zach Clark, so happy to be with you here again for another FTF Combine. These are always so much fun. We'll take a super short 60-second break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a goaltender change and a side swap here as Team 2 looking to surmount the comeback on Team 1 early in this game. and ready to get back to action here from the FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine here in beautiful Cloverdale Athletic Park, Surrey, British Columbia. I am Zach Clark, and we are mere moments away from returning to this 2-0 game between Team 1 and Team 2. Currently, of course, the difference maker, Mira Dillon, with a pair of tallies early on in this game. We haven't seen any major offensive flashes since then. Well, that's not fair. We've seen opportunities, but some great goalkeeping, some great defending, keeping those opportunities out of the back of the net. Goaltending change for this game will now be Cale Harmon versus Kelly DiGiovanni. DiGiovanni staying in for Team 2. But yeah, Cale Harmon, another returning player, will be backstopping Team 1 for the rest of this game. I'm certainly interested to see how Orange is going to be able to develop these chances. They're so great at transitioning the ball from the defense to the midfield, then advancing up the pitch. But in terms of getting the ball to a dangerous and lethal scoring area, Blues defense has been airtight at keeping them to the perimeter, not letting those opportunities develop anywhere near the top of the box or the middle. So I'm intrigued to see if and how Orange is going to be able to crack this Blue defense, and whether Blue have any more goals left in them. It will be Team 1 with the opening possession here. Lining up for it is Gwyneth Poore. Just awaiting the referee's final count of the players. You never know. Unlikely, but might try to sneak an extra player out there. And it looks like actually Blue was doing the opposite. Had only 10 players on the field, but referee has signaled for one more, and we should be good to go. Sure enough, there goes the whistle. Gwyneth Poore kicks it back, and the second half of the game is underway. That ball lifted ahead, dropped right back to Blues defense. Over on the far side, pursued by Bryn LeBlanc. LeBlanc going to force a turnover there. That's quickly stripped right back. Good attack through the midfield there. I believe that was Emma Haver. Orange stealing, making a move. Some jets on now from LeBlanc, and had a great burst of speed there from Bryn LeBlanc to cut right through the defense, but her shot came off the inside of her boot, and that'll go well wide of the net. It continues to be the story for Orange. Another great setup, but the finish just isn't there. Here's Coralie Waltmans. She'll get that one back to the defense. Maya Calvo. Ahead for Sophia Santarelli. Santarelli launches one forward. That'll be well handled here by the Blue defense. Kicks it ahead for Oman. Back to the keeper. Cale Harmon, her first touch of the combine. And that'll be a pass. It was nearly intercepted by Coralie Waltmans before being knocked down by Sophie Bishop for the Blue team. Bishop's pass broken up. She'll stay with it. Now here comes Blue, looking to get to the offensive for the first time this half. Emma Metcher plays that one back. It's going to be intercepted through mid by Coralie Waltmans. Waltmans ahead for Bryn LeBlanc. The striker from Calgary Blizzard. She's looked dangerous. LeBlanc puts it to the box, looking for the return feed. Here comes the kick, and once again the finish is skied. Hands on her head there from Tylee LeBlanc. As just like the other LeBlanc, it's another shot that goes well wide, and she was pressured by the defense. But I think she had a bit more time there than she had anticipated, given that she was within the box. Here is Blue once again. Cale Harmon having to help out her defense, as it's an aggressive attack from Bryn LeBlanc, applying some pressure, reminding Blue they don't have a whole lot of time to work with. On the outside, Sophie Bishop's wheeling and dealing. Puts that one up the middle, hoping to find Olivia Ferris. It'll be intercepted by Orange, trying to get back to the attack. It's Bryn LeBlanc Puts it through, opportunity developing, the shot taken away there, Harmon the save, rebound's loose, and the rebound is put wide. Sophia Santarelli with a pair of back-to-back chances. And I tell you what, that first one, great save from Kale Harmon. And that's her first save of the Combine, already challenging for save of the Combine as Santarelli. That was labeled for the top right corner. Orange, you can tell they're feeling it now, looking to cut into this lead. It's Santarelli with it again at the top of the box. She'll get it to the right side. No one home there for Orange. Blues defense, quick to retrieve. Cleared ahead. But not far enough, as once again it's Orange right back to the attack. Santarelli. Knocked loose for Tylee LeBlanc. Blue able to retrieve. Clean through ball, connects with Olivia Ferris. Pardon me, that's Amina Phillips. She'll steer one up ahead. Gwyneth Poore hoping to run onto that one, but a pair of defenders able to get there first. It's Tessa Langelan who will play that up to the midfield. That time it is Amina Phillips, gets it over to the right side. Now in front, Gwyneth Poore looks to spin, shoots, blocked there by Langelan. Langelan looking to clear the zone. She'll find Waltmans. Couple nice passes from Orange, wind up on the boot of Tylee LeBlanc, who's going to steer it across to the left side. 2-on-3 here for Orange, as they're hoping their midfield can catch up. Cutting to the middle. Karis McSherry kept to the perimeter. McSherry fouled from behind, and that's going to be a free kick. I believe the first free kick we've seen here today. And from that distance, it's tough to know exactly what they're going to do, as that's a tough shot to score, but not impossible. We'll see whether they elect for a drop pass to the back of the box, sort of like a corner kick, or whether they are going to go for goal from here. And they will instead just pass it back. Safe and keep possession. I like it. Skylar Ashmore from distance to the outside. It's Santarelli with another opportunity. She'll let that ball go by her before cutting right back to the middle. Defense gets right on top of her. Milani Ritchie able to shut that one down. Lifts a long one back up to the midfield. I tell you what, if you tuned in at the second half, you would not believe that this is a 2-0 game for Blue, as Orange have had a dominant start to this second frame. Still have yet to crack the netminder, Kale Harmon. They'll look to do so here. Opportunity develops as Coralie Waltmans has it. Just outside the perimeter, trying to get that one down the middle. That's received well. Dangling with it, Manabe Downs back up to the high. Just can't get the shot away, as once again, Blues defense stifling. This time able to get back to that one was Amina Phillips. Orange having to retreat. Coralie Waltmans for Manabe Downs. Back we go. Another long feed ahead. Karis McSherry runs onto that one. She's caught up one-on-one. It'll be Blue given some space here. Long attempt at a through ball, hit the back of her own player. Unfortunate bounce there for Blue. Clean tackle comes through there from Sophia Jackson. She looks to steady, but unfortunately for Jackson, her tackle shall result in naught, as it's taken right back the other way by Orange. Trying to set up a bouncer for Santarelli. It'll land at the feet of the left back, Karis Johnson. Now one bounces by her. Another throw in here for Santarelli. Santarelli has it at the far right corner. Narrowly keeps that one in. Santarelli the through. That one blocked by the defense. Well handled there by Emma Aver, who's just been all over the pitch defensively, and will have yet another Orange corner kick. I'll be honest with you fine folks at home, I've lost count of the corner kicks at this point. It's either 6 or 7 in a row here for Orange, and we still have yet to see one for Blue. That gives you an idea of the offensive possession metrics here for Orange. The kick will be taken by Sophia Santarelli. Santarelli, slow windup. Here it comes. Drops to the front of the box. Launching header came through from Langelan. She made contact, but couldn't steer that one on goal. McSherry able to knock that one back. Coralie Waltmans finds it. It'll be a blue throw as Waltman's had the last touch, so it's Milani Ritchie who finds it. And Ritchie with a long throw. That one's stopped up. Maya Calvo runs back to collect. And Orange time not their friend here as it'll dwindle away, approaching the halfway mark of this second frame. Long pass up ahead. That's a nice feed. Santorelli takes it, looking to send that one down the middle, and that'll bounce harmlessly away as Rio Minabe Downs took a swing at that bouncing ball. And I believe it clipped a defender before heading out. Sure enough, they'll agree, and the flurry of corner kicks for the team in orange shall continue. As once again, Sophia Santorelli to take the kick, this time from the far corner. Here it is. Lifts it down the middle. That bounces right by both defender and attacker that took a swing. Now the rebound's loose, blocked up in the box. Orange have it, trying to get the shot away. Stymied down tight there. Waltman's took a kick. Now it's Langelan, and over top of the net she goes. And Tussa Langelan, a center back that is not afraid to get involved offensively there. As we've seen her now, the two best opportunities on corners for Orange have both come off Langelan. One off her boot, the other off her forehead, as she had a respectable header off of one of the earlier corners in the first half. That ball, once again sent out of play. A throw from Ashmore. She'll keep that one safe. Drops it down low to Bryn LeBlanc, and that one will go out of bounds off Ashmore, so it'll be a blue throw. Blue hoping to get some offense, which they really haven't had since the first half. Long throw from Karis Johnson. Running onto it is Emma Metcher. Just couldn't get to that one, as she touched it right as it rolled out of bounds, so it'll be sent for a goal kick for Kelly DiGiovanni, who was very busy in the first half and has yet to be tested here in the second. DiGiovanni from the Ottawa City Soccer Club. Lifts that one ahead. Lands at the midfield. Some good pressure here from the striker, Gwyneth Poore. She's able to stop up their counterattack, but Orange to do a good job to maintain possession through the pressure, as it's Tylee LeBlanc who spins away from coverage, sends it across for Langelan. Long kick ahead, knocked down by Sophie Bishop. Bishop, that one brought right back to the mid. Now a chance here for Blue to get to the attack. Ashmore stopped it up, rebounds loose, and the kick is well wide there. Once again, just underestimating or perhaps overestimating how close the defender was, as that was Emma Metcher. And shots like that are just so hard to get off as a one-timer. It's a play you see a lot more in a sport like hockey. It's, you know, you're really a lot of the time are going to need to get that first touch. And I think she just panicked a little bit there. The shot comes well wide, and we'll have another chance here for Orange to advance. It's been a good last couple minutes for Blue, and of course time is very much their ally. We just had our substitution, so there's not that many minutes remaining here. Approximately 15, not quite actually, for them to crack this scoreless drought they find themselves in. It will be Blue back at it here as a near side throw in from Karis Johnson. Lifted ahead. Was hoping to find Gwyneth Poore. It will bounce past Poore to Langelan. Gets it back up to the midway point of the pitch. Here's Emma Haver. No one knew who was going for that one. Total miscommunication there from Orange. Gives a chance here for Blue. Long kick, and that one handled well by Kelly DiGiovanni. She'll get that one in the gloves, and that's the first time she's been tested this half. Looking cool, calm, and composed. She'll send a long kick ahead for Abby Oman. Oman taken out. That'll result in a blue possession here. It's a free kick from pretty much exactly the halfway point. Should be able to get some decent ground here as Sophia Jackson lines up for the kick. Was hoping to spring Gwyneth Poor on a through ball, but that was just a little too far through. It'll bounce harmlessly to the keeper, Di Giovanni. We'll get right back to action. Di Giovanni didn't like her options for a throw, so she'll kick a long ball. It's a nice goal kick there from her. That'll spring Orange right back the other way, and here's Santarelli trying to get back to the offensive. Sophia Jackson steadies. Jackson got around one midfield, but the second applying a bit too much pressure. She'll get it back to the defense, but that one stripped there. A marvelous attack from, I believe, that was Bryn LeBlanc. Yes, it was. However, unfortunately for Orange, Bryn LeBlanc's actions shall not result in a chance as they're forced to double back to their own end under the pressure from Blue. Nice move from Maya Calvo. Splits the attackers. She'll thread a ball ahead for Manabe Downs. Downs back to Langelant. Trying to get that one back to Downs. Pass was a bit high for her to handle. And Blue will retrieve. Here comes the counter. Gwyneth Poor trying to run down the right side, but Langelant, a great burst of speed, got right past Poor. It shows you the height difference really coming through there as Langelant 5'9" was able to catch up to Gwyneth Poor at 5'3". Very, very quickly, and now back comes Orange, 4-on-4. They've got a good chance breaking here. On the left side, the kick comes through, and that's marvelously handled, but quickly retrieved. Karis McSherry down the left wall, and that ball taken away from her by Emma Aver, who sends it out of play, and looks like they're going to say it hit Orange last, so I think this shall be a Blue throw. But we're going to have one final batch of substitutions here for Team Blue. And pardon me, it will be an Orange throw, as it did go out off Emma Aver. Once again, we're good to go. LeBlanc back for McSherry. Sherry trying to run onto that one. Unfortunately for her, just out of reach, and it will this time certainly shall be a Blue throw. And they'll get a redo as that's immediately once again sent out by Orange, killing second by second. Back and forth through mid, steadied by Lucy Weber. Sends it up front, and looks like they've got Mira Dillon back onto the pitch now. You know, she's going to be hoping to convert the hat trick. Won't on this play as Orange sends it back the other way. That's a nice move by Bryn LeBlanc. She's one-on-one with the defender. Slowing down play is Sophia Jackson, and that's exactly what she needed to do. She's bought time for the rest of her defense to catch up, and that's all that's needed. Great job by Jackson. Santarelli, however, able to alleviate possession here for Orange. Top of the box, the strike comes through, scores! Tylee LeBlanc cuts the lead in half. We've got a 2-1 soccer game here as LeBlanc, it's a marvelous finish, curls it to the top left corner. 2-1 Blue. And in the dwindling moments of the game here, still time left for Orange to make this a tie or potentially even take the lead. And that's great to see there for LeBlanc because she had a chance earlier that she just took off the wrong side of the cleat. Skied it well high and wide, but that was a perfect finish. 2-1 game. Couple substitutions will come in for Orange. Those will be the last subs we see here in Game 1. And Blue looking to answer. Some quick moves from Zoe Price. Looking to connect with Bianca D'Souza. That one shut down by Skylar Ashmore of Orange. Back comes play. Orange They taste the blood in the water. Nice move, top of the box here. Looking for it's Gabby Moretto. Moretto plays it to the left side for Callie Lundstrom. Lundstrom doubles back. The shot's there, and it's stopped up by Kale Harmon. Just not quite enough power there to trouble the keeper as she's able to get on one knee, get in front of that. And she'll have no trouble. Here comes Blue 3-on-3. Long kick comes through, and that did not miss by much. Considering the distance, a respectable attempt. I believe that was Mira Dillon looking for her third. Can't say I blame her for trying, but it will miss wide left-hand side, and Kelly DiGiovanni has it now. To the right wall we go. Alarna Takar plays it back for Ashmore. Ashmore to Maya Calvo, who will launch one down the pitch before being retrieved here by Kaya Weber. Weber to Sear. Corinne Sear puts it up the middle. Another opportunity here for Orange. Top of the key. Gets it out in front. It's Callie Lundstrom with the kick. Scores! And Lundstrom puts it just below the bar. Orange have made this a tied game. Late, we've got a 2-2 game. What an incredible finish there by Callie Lundstrom. And from her casual reaction, you almost couldn't tell it was her that was the goal scorer. She'll thread that just below the crossbar. I think Kale Harmon, bit of a non-reaction on that shot, as I think she thought, much like I did, that it was going high, but that dropped at the last second there for Lundstrom. Perfect execution, and Orange might be able to stage a marvelous upset here in the first game, coming back from 2-0. And it's 2-2 now, and they've still got some time to potentially take a lead as Skylar Ashmore handles it near the offensive end. Ashmore, that's a good move. She's bought herself some space. She'll connect ahead with Santarelli. No, pardon me, that's Sydney Renfro. Renfro, her pocket, picked. Blue connects with Zoe Price. She'll make a move through the mid. Couldn't hang on to that one as Maya Calvo intercepts. Calvo begins the rush the other way, looking to send it through, clip the defender, and sure enough, that'll be knocked down harmlessly. Bianca D'Souza forwards that one. Again, it'll be Orange with a stifling midfield presence. Blue seemingly unable to get it any further than the halfway point of the pitch. And sure enough, Skylar Ashmore demonstrating exactly what I'm saying. She'll shut down that play before finding Alarna Takar on the right side. Takar makes a move around the defender. She's got the ball, low right corner. Takar puts it towards the net. It's going to take a deflection, and hoping to run onto that one was Gabby Moretto, but with the defender right on her, she had no chance. Still an opportunity for Orange, top of the box. It's Kaya Weber looking for the shot. It'll be blocked before it ever made it through. Bianca D'Souza. Lengthy kick down the pitch. And given the straightness of that roll, it just wouldn't quite go out of bounds. So having to get involved in that play is the keeper, Kelly DiGiovanni. She'll find the defense. Ashmore, her pocket picked here, a chance for Blue. Bianca D'Souza puts it high off the crossbar. No luck there for D'Souza. A bouncing ball will trickle right back to the keeper, DiGiovanni. And wow, that was a quality finish there, just about half an inch, maybe a full inch away from having that one back in the net and regaining a Blue lead. But as it stands, we're still tied at 2. Well, if you counted the what-ifs, then Blue would have probably a 5-2 lead right now, as Mira Dillon had another couple chances early in the first half. But we're still all knotted up. Here comes an opportunity off the boot of Sophia Jackson. The kick comes through, and diving to stop. That's Kelly DiGiovanni. Nice job from Jackson there as she cut out to the right and then shot it back across her body to the left, which anyone who's played this sport at any level knows shooting across your body, that's a tough feat to get any sort of power behind the shot while maintaining your balance. She did all that and yet it still didn't matter as DiGiovanni, a diving stop, keeps this 2-2. Orange hoping to get back to the attack that they've enjoyed for so long here in the second. But it'll be a nice couple moves in her own end from Milani Ritchie to forward play. Ritchie looking to go end to end on this one, and she'll carry it all the way up the pitch. Unfortunately for her, her final touch there across to Bianca de Souza is intercepted by Orange. Just kept that one in on the near side was Takar. Alarna Takar passes ahead for Sydney Renfro. Renfro connects up the middle, now to the outside, opportunity for Lundstrom. She's got one, and what a stop there. Another quality save from Kale Harmon. She'll come out to challenge Lundstrom, who beat her once, won't beat her twice. Weber to Lundstrom. Lundstrom shadowed by Mira Dillon. She'll steal possession for Blue, but her pass goes awry, and that'll go out of bounds. Dying moments of this soccer game. And there's a high likelihood that if either of these teams can score, it might be the game-deciding tally. Here comes Orange looking to do just that. The through ball comes through. Alarna Takar, right side of the box, and the defender able to close that gap quickly with Sophia Jackson. Takar, however, wins the one-on-one battle down low. She's made a move. Gets it loose. Running onto that one. Opportunity here. The strike! And it's the keeper, Kale Harmon, on two knees, able to get to that one. And Kaya Weber, don't think got the power on that drive that she was looking for. Had the accuracy, but it won't beat Kale Harmon. Lundstrom back to the perimeter. She'll take it once again. Callie Lundstrom. Top left corner, puts it on target. That took a deflection off a defender in front before rolling out. We'll see what they call this. It probably should be a corner kick, but it was only a mild deflection, so we'll see if the referee noticed. And sure enough, he did. That's the right call in my books. We will have a corner kick. Looks like it'll be Kaya Weber to take this one. No, pardon me, it's Callie Lundstrom. Oh no, it is Weber. She did take a lot in the first half. Makes sense she'd keep going. That one drops out in front. That's a nice corner. Ricochets loose and shot just wide from Lundstrom. Another nice corner from Weber, but the final chance of the game won't be converted upon. And it's a nice comeback for Orange to force a draw. Down 2-0 at the half. But this game ends 2-2 at the full. You are watching FTF Canada, the Vancouver Summer Series Combine. Girls Game 1 is in the books. It's a 2-2 draw for Team 1 and Team 2. I am your commentator, Zach Clark. We'll take a brief 60, maybe 90-second break here from wonderful Cloverdale Athletic Park here in Surrey, British Columbia. But we'll be back. Up next is Game 2. It'll be Team 3 versus Team 4. And we'll see what the action has in store for us next here from Cloverdale. We'll be back in about 90 seconds' time with more FTF Canada Soccer. Hello everybody and welcome back to FTF Canada, Vancouver Summer Series Combine here from Cloverdale Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. We were just treated to a thrilling comeback in a 2-2 draw between Team 1 and Team 2. Now Team 3 and Team 4 getting to work. Early on it will be Samara Brown looking to knock that one over to the far side. Should, of course, mention that your goalkeepers shall be Kiana Kirby on the right side, backstopping Team Blue, and Ava Shearer, another returning keeper, backstopping Team Orange, over on the left. Early possession here for Orange, as McNeil will leave the throw for the defender, Nia Cruikshank. Crookshank's ball went off of a blue player, so it'll be right back to another throw for Crookshank. And here comes play. Back to the mid. Running onto this one is Jamie Armstrong on the far side. Corrals it back. Brielle Thom. Trying to find a through ball there to Callum McNeil. And a decent attempt given there was multiple defenders in the way, but it will end up trickling to the keeper. And back comes Maddie Bruce. Bruce knocks it back for Cluth. Pardon me, that's Blythe Chapman. Chapman to Ava Stanisia. And Stanisia across for Alexandra Lake. Will send that one all the way down the right side. Fighting for it, Alyssa Liu. And it will roll its way back for Orange. Keeper comes out to knock it across to Samara Brown. It will be taken away by Ilya Vivanko over on the right side. The throw comes harmlessly through to the keeper, and Shearer will hang on to that one. Now back the other way we go as a race on the near side will be won there by Orange, so it'll be a throw here for Claire Adams. Well, that was close, as right there was Callum McNeil. Adams puts it over the head of McNeil, trying to find Maddie Bruce. Orange able to shut that one down. Chance here as Callum McNeil has it. McNeil back for Lexi Graham. Graham steers that one ahead. She'll find McNeil, trying to get it back to Graham, but a flurry of blue defenders all around her. And now it's found by Violet Berry. Berry ahead for Taylor Tomic right by the line, and that one's steered out of play. We're going to have an early corner kick here as it clipped the blue defender Alexandra Lake before going out of play. Now we saw about, you hate to exaggerate, but about 1 million corner kicks in game one, all for Team Orange. So we'll see if that continues here, the trend of it being the Orange team getting these throws. Certainly shall be on the first one. Fugelsveit takes this one. Fugelsveit puts it right to the back of the box. Kick comes through, and that's well over top of the net. Lands harmlessly on the other side, and of course really tough to take those bouncing balls on the one-timer. Sure enough, clips the top of her cleat and well over top of the net. Here is Blythe Chapman. She'll corral it across for Ava Stanisia. Back to Chapman. Through the middle, touched by Mia Herner. Herner, however, unable to connect with the strikers, and now here is Orange with an opportunity. Violet Berry spins away from the attack. Down low, McNeil looking for the shot. And she never had a chance as two blue pennies in her way. Back we go as Brielle Thom leaves it for the keeper. Shearer will kick that over to the left-hand side. It'll go out of play, so a chance now for blue with a throw just outside the Orange bench. Throw over top of the intended recipient. Samara Brown able to knock that down for Orange. Looks to steady the attack the other way, but it will be blue, stopping things up through the midfield. Ball will roll out to the left side. This will probably go out of play, although both girls able to race there and beat it out. And then they'll go out of play nonetheless. Good hustle there, however, from Maddie Bruce and Nia Crookshank. Here's Stanisia with the throw. Stanicia trying to get it ahead for Bruce. She'll do battle with Cruikshank once again, but this time it's Nia Cruikshank out on top cleanly. She'll get it back the other way. Here's Violet Berry. Now back for Cruikshank. Or, pardon me, it's now Lexi Graham on the right side. Graham ahead for Callum McNeil. Stopped up down low. McNeil trying to keep this in bounds. She's unable to do so, but it will be another corner kick earned for her team. Another opportunity here. Last one, of course, went deep to the left corner of the box. Was skied wide. We'll see if it'll be the same kick taker. Sure enough, it shall once again be Sloan Fuglesveit. Fuglesveit with the kick. Here we go. It's another deep one, this time flatter. And the header attempted there by Lexi Graham, but it'll hit the top of her head before rolling out of play. And it'll be a goal kick. Just couldn't quite get the elevation on the jump that would have been needed to put that one home. Now we've got Kiana Kirby with it. Kirby, her first game of the Combine, hasn't yet been tested much. Knocked down here, Stanicia plays it back. It's an aggressive orange forecheck here. You've got 3 attackers in that corner. And they're able to avoid getting burned as, sure enough, they'll alleviate possession. Nia Cruikshank connects with Samara Brown. Brown forwards it. Got a very back and forth affair here as neither of these teams able to get a clean attack. Jamie Armstrong kept to the outside, shadowed by Lake. Alexandra Lake able to steal, trying to find Kinsley Craig. She's tied up on the outside. The ball will ricochet out of play, and we'll see which way they're going to give this. It'll be an orange throw. And it's Rowan Cruikshank from the Vancouver Island Wave, 2 years younger than her sister Nia over at the right back. In front, Callum McNeil fighting for it. It's knocked loose here to the outside. Nia Cruikshank runs onto it. She's forced into the corner. Cruikshank, not a lot of room to work with. She'll put it towards the middle. Played right back out by the defense. Cruikshank still got it. Not a lot of options. She's able to find a through to Lexi Graham. That's a nice feed from Cruikshank. Graham will send it further back as they look to steady play. Brielle Thom gets it across for Rowan Cruikshank. Rowan's pass intercepted by Maddie Bruce through the middle. She'll play a long ball down to the outside. Kinsley Craig running onto it. She's got a look. Craig with a drive, and that'll miss right-hand side. Keeper never got a touch, so we'll have another goal kick, and Blues' best chance in some time. Didn't miss by a lot, hit the outside of the net. And that's a tough angle for any striker to make work. Here we are, Rowan Cruikshank. Blast past the first attacker, and she's gotten past the second. That's a good rush. She's able to find her midfield, Violet Berry. Back for Cruikshank. Now it's Lexi Graham. Steers it ahead, but it will take a couple bounces before going out of play, and I believe this will be a blue throw. So it looked like it went out off Graham. Here we go. Game still searching for its first tally. Quite different than the last game where we saw 2 goals already by this point in the game. Long kick to the midfield. Handled well there by Blue as it's Blythe Chapman who's able to beat out 2 orange pennies to that loose ball. However, a fruitless endeavor as it will be taken the other way by Orange. And now here's a chance, the through for Callum McNeil. She's unable to hang on as Blythe Chapman wins it back. Chapman dropped past the defense. That's launched up to mid. Now back we go. Here's Orange. Taylor Tomic spinning with it. And Blythe Chapman, another great defensive effort. She's had a really great last few seconds here. Couple good touches. And Orange look to steady. Back to the middle. Lexi Graham. To the right side, Crookshank. Now across, Calla McNeil. Puts it ahead for Violet Berry. But Blue just forcing them deep into the perimeter, and a good kick there by Ava Stanicia as she'll give them the throw in, but not the corner. It'll be Crookshank to take this throw. Orange advancing. Something could develop here, especially if she's able to really launch this ball, and she's going to try and do just that. She'll put it right to the boot of her teammate. Ball comes through. It's headed on net. I tell you what, that was a clean couple touches there from Orange. Just not enough power on that shot for it to be much of a challenge there for Kiana Kirby. But nonetheless, and now a race for the ball here the other direction. Blue running onto it. Opportunity getting around the keeper. Here's the chance. Just able to hold that on there as Presley Eichel. What a run from her. The shot unable to come through. Blue still have it within the box. Back up high. The strike just misses. Two incredible opportunities, all set up from the speed of Presley Eichel. A strike for KYSA Lions. What a job she did to be able to hold that one in. I'd have given up before I got to the box. We'll have our first substitutions coming through here as Orange will change about 5 players. And here's Shearer. Across for Thom. Now it's Samara Brown. Lifts it up ahead. Furthering the ball to London Harrod. Harrod in a battle with Alexandra Lake on the far side. Harrod puts it past Lake. She'll run forward as Lake beats out the attacker Malia Franco and sends it out of play, so Franco will get the throw. Galias Allen. Had it for a moment. She'll play it back to Samara Brown. Looking to steer that ball to a dangerous territory. It's still loose in front. It's London Harrod. The pass broken up in front by Mia Hirner. It'll go off Hirner all the way out. So we'll have yet another throw here as Lauren Land gets it here. We've got a nice battle name-wise on the far side as it's Land versus Lake. And right now, Lake's coming out on top as Alexandra Lake able to beat out the attacker to that ball. She'll steer it out of bounds. Here's Blue, hoping to utilize the speed once again. Samara Brown has the inside track, and the netminder comes out to challenge. The correct call there from Ava Shearer. She'll get to that one first, launches it back out towards the midfield. Nia Crookshank slows it down. Some back and forth gimme with Calla McNeil. The give and go, forwards play to the midfield, but not any further as Mia Hirner shuts it down. Now here's Blythe Chapman. Puts it to the boot of Presley Eichel. Couldn't split the defense as she intended. Ball will be knocked right back the other way. A bit of a size mismatch there. Stanasia couldn't get to that one. She'll get another chance here. Stanasia plays that one over top of Nia Crookshank, who will run onto it. Crookshank. Back for Brown. Brown's pass intercepted by Maddie Bruce. Bruce gets it back to Stanasia. Blues defense have to be careful here. Sure enough, Orange, an aggressive attack, forces a turnover. They've got numbers down the right side. London Harrod. Kept to the corner. Harrod gets around the defender, puts it up the middle. Can the finish come through? No. Defense able to get there first. And now it's Sophia Corbo Blue hoping to make a counterattack here with all the orange players down the pitch, but just unable to run onto that one is the striker, and we'll have yet another throw here. And this time we'll have a quick stoppage for some blue substitutions as they decide to wait a few minutes longer than orange did, but they'll get those subs out there as we slowly approach the halfway point of Game 2. The throw once again. Pardon me, this one will actually be a kick off that challenge. Kept nice and low, handled by Kaylee Dist. Dist forwards it out in front. The shot just can never come through there for orange as these blue defenders really giving them no time to work with. Here's Kaiserlink. Kaiserlink towards the net. Can the redirection come through? The rebound's loose, top of the box, and once again, it's blue there first. His orange chances starting to look more and more deadly by the second. Gallius Allen steers it back to Kaiserlink from a distance. She shoots, stopped by the netminder. Diving across to get that one's Kiana Kirby. Easily the best save of the game we've seen so far, as that had a deceptive curl on it. Didn't look like it was going to hang left as much as it did right off the release. Then midair really started to curve more, but Kiana Kirby able to get gloves to that. We'll have another chance for orange put on target. Couldn't be steered home there in front as Callum McNeil hoping to get a boot to that one, but it will trickle harmlessly wide. We'll have another goal kick. I think undoubtedly the best chance of the half there so far, as Alicia Kaiserlink had a really great look from the Kootenay Whitecaps Academy. One of, if not the tallest girl in the whole combine, standing at 6 feet, I believe she would be. And indeed, she is the tallest one here. See if she can use that extra reach she's got. Some more back and forth, steadied by Crookshank. Blue able to take away that pass. Physical game through the middle. Ila Vivanco has it now. Vivanco trying to get it between the legs of Samara Brown, but she'll close the door. Vivanco, however, assisted by a teammate, able to win that ball back, but her attempt at a through ball will go harmlessly to the keeper. Ava Shearer. Lifts it ahead to Kaylee Dist. Dist trying to play that between the defense. It's knocked down. Maddie Bruce recovers. Her feed for Stanisia goes just wide, so we'll have an orange throw. Callum McNeil lines up for it, but she'll leave it for Nia Crookshank. Crookshank. Long feed in front. That's a nice 1-2 touch, and given the difficulty of that shot for Malia Franco, that was a really respectable attempt. Unfortunately for her, respectable attempts don't count for anything on the score sheet as it'll go over top of the crossbar, and this game remains 0-0. Kaiserlink able to knock that one down. Blue thread a pass through to Nia Crookshank, but her pass in turn intercepted, and now back the other way. Samara Brown has the inside track to this ball, but she's doggedly pursued by Maddie Bruce, so forced to dish off to the keeper, Ava Shearer. Shearer for Crookshank. Back across, Crookshank gets another throw. Kaiserlink back for Crookshank to Brown. Good 1-2 touch there from Brown. She'll get it right back to Kaiserlink. They've broken loose from this blue coverage. Up the middle. London Herod. Pocket picked by Leah Egon. Egon back for Claire Adams. She'll lift that one through to the circle. Cruikshank got there first. She was taken out. Now will be another free kick here for Orange. That was more tackle than ball. Fair call from the referee, and we'll have play starting to be advanced as we rapidly approach the halfway marker of this game. Over to the right side we go as Malia Franco to that ball first, trying to spin off defensive coverage. She's got two blue pennies on her, and Franco forced to dish that back to Gallius Allen. Gallius Allen, her ball intercepted there by Ila Vivanco through the middle. Vivanco, not a lot of options. She'll slow down as she waits for her midfield to catch up. Vivanco stops at the box, puts it down the middle. That's a nice feed from Vivanco. Can the shot come through? Mia Herner's got a look, and it will be shut down before it ever comes through. Ava Shearer collects the ball. London Herod battling 1-on-3 through the middle. Valiant effort. Cross for Gallius Allen. Now up the left wall, charging as Lauren Land. That'll go out of bounds off a blue play. So Lauren Land able to throw that one back in for Orange. Vivanco pressuring the defensive core. Samara Brown gets that one back across, but it will once again go out of play as both of these teams struggling to stay within the bounds of the pitch. We've seen a whole lot of throws over the last couple minutes. We'll see another one here. Do have to imagine probably about 2-ish minutes away from the halfway mark of this game. Just a brief pause here as Orange completes one more substitution and as Nia Cruikshank heads off. Here's Orange. Looking for the through ball for Kaylee Dist. Dist able to get there first. Stops up from the defense. Puts it on target. And that'll bounce wide, hitting the outside of the net. Don't think she realized she had a couple passing options there and a decent kick, but possibly could have had a little bit more with the pass. We'll never know. Kirby gets it up to the halfway marker. McNeil for Kaiserlink. Kaiserlink back to Rowan Cruikshank. And now a through for Callum McNeil, stuck in the right corner. Pursued by the blue defense. She's forced to cough it up. I'll get it ahead for Maddie Bruce. Ava Stanicia to take this throw on the near hand side. Stanicia lands it at the feet of Egan. Leah Egan. Back for Mia Herner. Now up to Franco. Back to Gallius Allen. She'll play it ahead. Gallius Allen to the box. And that's some brilliant box out defending there from Ava Stanicia, who was one-on-one with the defender in possibly the best offensive chance of that half. And usually the smaller player has a tough time boxing out, but that's not the case for Stanicia at just 5'2". Shut that play down beautifully with a box out, and that will do it for the first half. We're scoreless through 25 minutes of Game 2. Both Team 3 and Team 4 looking to change that when we return. I'm Zach Clark, and you're watching FTF Canada Soccer here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. We'll take a 2-minute hydration break. Make sure you find folks at home are staying hydrated as well throughout the summer weather. We'll be back in about 2 minutes' time with the rest of the game here from FTF Canada Soccer. Hello everybody and welcome back to FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine. Kickoff for the second half of Game 2 between Team 3 and Team 4 is underway. Still a scoreless game despite some opportunities there in the first. Yet to see our first tally. We've got a goaltending change. Morgan Plato backstopping the blue team. Kelly DiGiovanni backstopping orange. Over on the right side there, and it's DiGiovanni with a quick touch to get this back the other way. Now a drive comes through from Morgan Plato. She'll get it across to the near side wall. Trya Soloninka makes a nice move. Soloninka here with a rush. Trying to get past the defender. Soloninka still with it now in the box, and that'll be steered aside. Coming in to help out is the RCB, Brielle Thom. But it will, however, be an early corner here for blue, and I believe this is the first time we've seen a blue corner kick in any of the games so far. It's been overwhelmingly an orange pinny day for corners. But looking to change that here is blue, and we'll see what they can get done, as I believe that's Ila Vivanko to take this. Vivanko lines up. Here's the drive. It's low on target, and that one steered aside by the defense. Orange trying to start the counterattack as Kaylee Dist launches one forward. An opportunity, if it's not offside, for Callum McNeil. And sure enough, they'll say it's on. McNeil looks to put it towards the net. Tipped. Scores! London Herod gets the first tally of this game. A marvelous little touch there. As just a quick deflection up and over top of the keeper. Really not a whole lot anyone was doing about that. And from the ground to just below the bar, it's London Herod opening this one wide up. The right wing from Coquitlam Metro Ford with a fantastic finish. Of course, credit where it's due to Kaylee Dist, who was able to get that one in front. Or pardon me, yeah, Callum McNeil with the assist there. And it was a nice feed. Blue now going to have to look for an answer, and they'll have to wait a little bit longer as we'll get an orange throw just past the halfway point of the pitch. Good battle here, now down the left-hand side. Racing for it, taken out top of the box. That will be a foul there on Ila Vivanko. Completely the correct call there, as defender managed to kind of take her out from the inside with a bit of a push. Now the question was, where exactly did the infraction happen? The referee will say just outside the box. That's a close call and a grand opportunity here for blue on a silver platter. We'll see who they elect to take it. You have to imagine we're going to see a shot here. Unfortunately, from the angle, I can't quite tell who that is. I believe from the position it's Alexandra Lake, but I am not 100%. Here comes the shot. Lifts it in deep, and that's going to go right to the keeper. And pardon me, it was not Lake. That was Ava Stanisia with that kick. Handled well by Kelly DiGiovanni. Once again, back and forth through the midfield. To the right side we go. Taking a return ball, Rowan Cruikshank. Up the middle for Lexi Graham. Now a through comes for Ila Vivanko. She's got a burst of speed. Vivanko just couldn't quite get there. She started about 3 steps back at the defender, and they ended neck and neck. No easy feat, as Nia Cruikshank's been showing speed all day. Land. Able to corral it forward. Sophia Cooner able to stop up the pass for Orange. Cooner gives chase. Kaylee Dist coughs it up there to Sohana Cooner from the TSS Rovers. Cooner's got it now to the outside for Soloninka. Soloninka back down the middle. Quickly lifted away by the lone goal scorer from this game, London Herod. Referee, however, I think spotted some contact behind the play there, and we're going to have a substitution as it looks like, I don't know whether she took an elbow to the face, a cleat to the face, something, but Mia Herner clutching at her nose, so she will head off. Doesn't look to be a dire emergency, but still, player safety is always paramount here, and FTF Canada takes that seriously. So just to be safe rather than sorry, Mia Herner shall step aside on this one. She'll go get looked at over at the medical tent. We'll have a substitution and play shall resume. Sloan Fugelsveit launches it forward for Lexi Graham. She'll corral it further on to Lauren Land, who passes forward for Malia Franco. Franco maneuvers it in front. Kaylee Dis takes it away. She's got a look in front to Fugelsveit. Out high, the shot comes through, and that's well handled there by Morgan Plato. That didn't look to bother her one bit. Plato, long kick. It's going to go just over top of Soloninka, who is looking to run onto that one, but it will go off the defender before heading out, so Soloninka going to earn her team a throw. Fairly deep in the offensive end. Sophia Corbo lines up to take it. Corbo trying to get back for Soloninka. Now running onto it. In front, Vivanco steers it deep, and Blue continuing with some beautiful setups there. I thought for sure that might have a chance, but Bruce just couldn't make contact with the defender right on her. Leah Egan steers it back out to the perimeter. Now looking for it. Maddie Bruce. Tried a centering pass, went off a defender and out of play, so Bruce gets it right back on the throw-in. She'll find Leah Egan. Back to the defense. Addison Cluth up the middle. Stopped up here. Cluth will take a return feed. She'll go back and forth as Blue feeling the pressure there from Kaylee Dist on the attack. Here's Allison Liu. Liu forwards. Lexi Graham. Gets it back around to London Herod. Herod bears down the right side. That's a marvelous through ball from Herod. Running onto this one. Callum McNeil just can't quite get there in time. As McNeil, we've seen a couple plays. We know how deadly she is at that bottom right-hand corner. It was her pass down the middle that set up London Herod for a goal in a markedly similar play to that one there, as Herod and McNeil showing some chemistry on these give and go back and forths. Aggressive forecheck here from Vivanco. In dogged pursuit, and sure enough, Vivanco wins her team possession. Scoops it back for Cooner. Across, it's Leah Egan. Puts it up the middle. Hoping that Cooner could run onto that one. Not going to happen. As it will once again be the keeper. Here's the kick. Long ways down the pitch. Sloan Fugelsveit forwards it, but it will go out of play. Another Blue throw deep in their own end. Approaching substitution time here in Game 2. Still the lone goal from London Herod, making the difference in this 1-0 lead for Team 4. Bit of a misstep there. Well recovered by Lauren Land. Land forwards it. Shut down by Sophia Corbo for Blue. Land, she'll have another try. Tamalia Franco. The space she once had quickly closed upon, but she's able to spin and corral it across to Fugelsveit. Fugelsveit taken down. She's still working with it, and that's going to be awarded a free kick there. Sloan Fugelsveit able to get a really great opportunity for her team. The kick about 5 feet away from the top of the box. This is a prime scoring opportunity And Sloan Flugelsveit will take the kick. Here she goes. Flugelsveit, the strike comes through. Scores! What a finish there, Sloan Flugelsveit. That's how you take a free kick. Right below the bar. Keeper never stood a chance. And that was a complete individual effort. No team needed there for Sloan Flugelsveit as she drew the free kick for her team, then took it. And that's a marvelous execution to give a 2-0 lead to Team 4. Well, we'll see if this game continues to follow the FTF Canada script we've gotten here, as the first game was a 2-0 lead before coming back to a draw. We'll see if this one follows the same writing. Blue hoping to do just that as they forward the ball. Ilya Ivanko takes it to the outside. It's Orange who's able to win possession there as Malia Franco does battle with Sohana Kuner. That ball intercepted up the middle. Kinsley Craig has it on the outside. Craig trying to cut to the middle, but Nia Cruikshank keeps her to the perimeter. Some more great box out defending here from Orange. Cruikshank trying to steer that ahead for her team, but she'll strike that out of play, and it'll be another blue throw. So they look to exact a bit of revenge here, hoping to answer one, if not both, of these Orange goals. We'll have a brief stop here for some substitutions for both sides. Looks like the subs are ready to go. We'll have our whistle and right back at it. I see that Mia Herner has returned to the bench, so hopefully the mild injury she sustained is just that. Back at it, Sohana Kuner pursues the midfield. She'll force a turnover as that pass intercepted by her teammate Sophia Corbo. Back for Lake. Lake escapes Violet Berry. That ball, however, couldn't stay in bounds, and Orange now rewarded with a throw off the attack from Berry. Thrown down the middle. Blue, some great coverage to stop a challenge there. Kaiserlink to the defense. Now to the near side, Lauren Lant. Can't hang on as Drea Soloninka able to steal that one away. And Soloninka yet again able to win that battle out, although it went off her cleat, so it will be a throw for Orange. Soloninka, a really physical presence on that ball. Refuses to be knocked away. Definitely a size mismatch in that battle as Kaiserlink comes out on top of Sophia Corbo. Just 1 inch away from a full foot differential between those two players. So a great job from Corbo to be able to keep that play steady. We'll have another throw here as that takes a second deflection. Here we go. Kaiserlink looking to get that down the middle. It's Corbo blocking up that centering bid. Presley Eichel steers it forward. First to it's the defender. That's a smart move by Brielle Thom. She did not have a lot of options, so she'll choose to go to the keeper. Stanisia couldn't hang on to that ball. Orange advances. It will be sent out of play, but clipped a blue penny on the way out, so it will be another throw. Fairly deep in the offensive end here, as Orange looks for a third. Not a whole lot of time left in this game. Crookshank. Back to the keeper. Long drive there from Plato. Will be steered well aside, or pardon me, that's Kelly DiGiovanni. Of course, Plato down at the other end. DiGiovanni's kick heads out, so it will be a throw now. Blues got it. A short throw is immediately sent right back out of play, so we'll rinse and repeat. Corbo. Sophia Corbo with it now. Lifts along, one up ahead. That just narrowly escaped the boot of Lauren Land. Potential chance here for Blue as Presley Shell has it down at the right corner. Land giving her absolutely nothing to work with, but she will win her team a corner kick here. And an opportunity for Presley Shell trying to bend that in front. And I'm not sure if Blue have enough time left in this game to get up to a draw. But you know that at least love to crack the scoreless drought they find themselves in now. And taking this corner, Alyssa Liu. This might be their last opportunity. Liu, that's a marvelous corner right to the back to flex up high. And jumping for that one is DiGiovanni. Didn't seem to trouble her one bit. Players quick to back up as DiGiovanni boots a long ball. It's bouncing high as neither team letting this one settle. Finally will be knocked down by Alyssa Liu, who did a good job to get back into that play after the corner. Physical battle results in a free kick there, just outside the circle. Bit too long of a distance to go for goal from here, but could have another great chance. Stanisia, long drive. She is going to go for goal, and it's on target. It's an admirable shot on goal, especially from that distance, but given the amount of time the keeper saw that one coming, didn't seem to give much trouble to Kelly DiGiovanni. Here's Violet Berry. She'll put that up the middle. That's a nice pass to a dangerous area. Kaiserlink stepped around the first defender, but she was already falling as she tried to take that shot, and that'll trickle harmlessly to Morgan Plato, who rolls it right back into Blue possession. Not a lot of time left here for Blue to get to the counterattack, and they're going to do just that. Here comes Hannah Kuhner. To Drya Soloninka. Sent out of play for an orange throw on the near side. Back to orange possession we go as Brielle Thom sends it for the keeper. Now furthers it to the right perimeter. Battling is Jamie Armstrong. She'll come out on top. Referee gonna allow a couple quick orange substitutions in the dying minutes of this game as he pulls out his watch to check how long we've got. Can't imagine it's much, so Orange, looking to end this game strong, will sub on 5 players. And a full commitment to defensive effort. Presley Shell. Back pass. Took a couple bounces before being sent out for Ava Stanisia for the throw-in. 5-2 left back from Metro Ford. Sends that one forward. Blue need this opportunity. They need it now. Presley Shell's pass, however, clipped the boot of Alicia Kaiserlink. And Orange will shut that play down. Blue trying to get back at it. The through ball intercepted down low by Blythe Chapman. And back we come. Taylor Tomic. The striker looking to put that one ahead. It will roll to Morgan Plato, who gets there first. Plato. Ahead to Elisa Liu. Liu makes a nice move to Presley Shell, who spins away from coverage. Good couple touches here from Blue to step around the aggressive midfield pressure from Orange. However, it won't matter as the through ball taken away by Brielle Thom. Back to the keeper, DiGiovanni. And across to Cruikshank. Now Cruikshank connects with Jamie Armstrong on the outside. However, Armstrong unable to keep that one within bounds. Stanicia with the throw. Armstrong knocks it right back to her teammate. Furthered here by Sohana Cooner. She'll drop it back to Blythe Chapman. And once again, this one will go out. We've seen a lot more throw-ins in this second game than we did in the first. Shows just how aggressive these perimeter battles along the lines are. So many players, of course, would much rather elect for that throw-in than let a player beat them along the wall. So a lot of the times, with that being the safe option, that's what you go for. Nifty little move there from Sohana Cooner. Beats out the first attacker. Second one will prove too much to bear, and she'll have to double back to the defense. Soloninka on the near side. Slows it down. Now back the other way, Soloninka. Up the middle, Cooner. Across, here's Kaiserlink. Kaiserlink plays that back across. Brielle Thom for Nia Cruikshank to the right wing. Orange perhaps searching for one final tally. Down the right wall, sprinting for this one's Jamie Armstrong, and just couldn't get there in time. It's been the story of a lot of these Orange attacks. Once again, the referee will check the watch. And as I check mine, you have to imagine we're going to be counting these plays down by the minute. Sophia Corbo spins away from that double coverage. And you've got to have really great footwork as a small defender to be able to get away with physical battles. And she just demonstrated exactly why she's able to. 1-on-2 against two big forwards. Spins it right between the legs. It's what you like to see. And now Orange are stuck back in their own end. It's another nice move from a defender. This time Malia Franco who's able to get around the attacker. To no avail, however, as Blues midfield send it right back from whence it came, and Presley Eichel looks to attack. It'll be the keeper there first. To Malia Franco. Back for Cruikshank. Playing on her opposite side. She'll go across to DiGiovanni. Long ball chased by Ava Stanicia. That'll roll out of play here for Callum McNeil to throw. She'll be quick with it. McNeil's throw, however, intercepted by Blythe Chapman, who doubles back to her defensive core. One back at center by Violet Berry. Berry on the outside. Trying to slow down at the corner. Berry one-on-one there with Alexandra Lake. Berry and Lake, that's a fantastic one-on-one battle, and Berry will put it towards the net, but not going to trouble the keeper there. No one able to get a tap on that one like the Herod goal. Sprinting for that. Surely it goes out, but no, Sophia Corbo. What a run to keep that ball in play. It'll be sent out here for an Orange throw. Nia Cruikshank across to the right side as the seconds dwindle. Orange's attack begins. Armstrong back for Calla McNeil. She'll split the first defense. McNeil sets a Violet Berry. The long shot off the crossbar and out. From that distance, another impressive strike, this time off the boot of Violet Berry. And no third goal for Orange as the final play of the game results in a crossbar and out. But it won't matter as Orange do come out on top the victors. A 2-0 victory for Team 4. Goals from Sloan Flugelsveit and London Herod are the difference maker. And that'll do it. 2 games in the books here. We'll take another short 2 to 5 minute break as we get prepared for Game 3 between Team 1 and Team 3. I am Zach Clark. You are watching FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine here from beautiful Cloverdale Athletic Park in Surrey, British Columbia. We've been treated to 2 fantastic games, but stick around. We got plenty more on the docket. Up next, Team 1 versus Team 3. Summer Series Combine here. We are now in Game 3. Team 1 and Team 3 in battle now, as it'll be Team 1 in orange and Team 3 in blue. Or pardon me, the other way around. Team 1 in blue and Team 3 in orange. Of course, Team 1 had a 2-2 draw in their first game, and Team 3 just suffered a 2-0 loss to Team 4. They've got the lengthy kick coming through from Alice Alou. Now down to the right side. We'll see if the fact that they've just played a game impacts this one. You never know whether to expect more or less stamina from the girls that are already warmed up. And for my money, the most impressive part about Team 3 is just how quickly they changed pennies. They were in blue last game, and they had about 4 minutes there to switch an entire team's worth of pennies. Well executed. Now Team 1 handles it here. Across to the far right side, that's going to be Alice Alou who knocked it out. It'll be a blue throw now for Karis Johnson. Johnson, a lengthy haul there. Landed at the feet of Bianca D'Souza. She'll put it up the middle. Now starting a rush is blue, looking for the through. Here it comes to the outside. Sophia Jackson in tight. The strike off the outside of the post. Sophia Jackson, not at elevation too, just below the bar. And from an angle that tight, that was a really nice cross-body finish from Jackson, the right winger for Burnaby FC. Unfortunately for her, you can beat the netminder, but you can't beat the goalie's best friend, as the post will keep this game 0-0. Orange looking to answer with a chance of their own as Alice Alou will play it to the right wing. It's Alexandra Lake steering that one forward for Emma Aver. I'll tell you what, Team 3 might have just played a game, but not showing a lack of stamina here, even in this heat, as they'll win yet another race to that ball. Won't matter as Lucy Weber able to take that one away through center. Weber plays it to the left side. Running onto that one is Bianca D'Souza. Looks for the long shot. An admirable attempt from a distance that great, but it will bounce wide on the right-hand side past the netminder. And my apologies, I realize I forgot to read off the netminders for this one. It's Kale Harmon backstopping Team Orange on the right-hand side of your screen with the ball now. And over on the left is Ava Shearer. Blue looking to apply the pressure here. They'll do just that, forcing a turnover. On the near side, Sophia Jackson, who had that earlier opportunity, makes a bid around Sophia Corbo. Jackson to the goal line. Can she keep it in? Yes, she can. The centering ball, however, will ricochet right back to Jackson, so she'll get take 2. A second chance, no better than the first, as it'll be blocked up by the defense. To her credit, she didn't have a whole lot of options. Good battle won there by Zoe Price, who's quietly been one of the best defenders through a few games of this tournament so far. I've liked what the 5-foot even defender has brought for Team 1. Orange able to knock that one all the way down to the right-hand corner. It will just trickle out of play. Good pick thrown there by the blue defenses. Getting in the way, it was Nina Demata. No opportunity for Maddie Bruce to run onto that one despite a good effort. Ava Shearer. Long through feed. Here comes blue. A ball knocked ahead. It's Lucy Weber. Weber back to Bianca D'Souza. Now another long feed running onto this one. It's Ila Vivanco, just couldn't get there, and Vivanco, she's had a couple good looks, and of course the best look was the one where she was fouled from behind last game, and unfortunately for her, she hasn't had the opportunities to bury any of these. Now Sophia Jackson forwards it. Jackson takes a return ball, steps around the outstretched leg of Leah Agan, but her pass intercepted by Sophia Corba, who's going to chip it across for Allison Liu. Liu splits the defense with that pass, but it'll trickle harmlessly to the netminder Shearer. Rolls it across for Emma Aver. Sophia Jackson makes a move through the middle. Jackson trying to keep going, but Sophia Corbo shuts the door. And she'll find Vivanco, and that one sent out of play off the boot of Vivanco. And from this distance, it's funny to see the players' reactions as Vivanco a bit sheepish after letting that one go by her. She's played a great couple games so far. It's all right. Minor mistakes happen. Allison Liu drops it to Addison Cluth. Long feed from Cluth. She'll get it right back there as she headers that one to the ground. A deft header maneuver there from Addison Cluth. And now it's the two-time goal scorer Mira Dillon, who currently has 100% of Team 1's total goals. Sophia Corbo headers it ahead, knocked down by Sophia Jackson. Jackson's got it now. Through ball to Zoe Price. She'll make a move around the first defender. Price trying to split them. She'll do just that. Now a chance in tight. Walking to the net. Shoots. Stopped by the netminder. What a save by Kale Harmon. Diving for that one. She absolutely robs Maria Smith, who found herself alone just below the key. And what a save by Kale Harmon. I'd be willing to give that save at the tournament, but now a chance developing the other way. The strike comes through. Scars! Presley Ashell with the first goal of the Combine for Team 3. An incredible opportunity at one end of the pitch, robbed by Kale Harmon, converted right back the other way by Presley Ashell. And that really was so quick that the reason Presley Ashell was so unguarded is everyone from blue was still at the other end of the pitch. And that's really all set up by the netminder Kale Harmon. And I believe she'll even get an assist on that one. Fantastic couple plays, and it's nice to see Ashell getting on the score sheet as she had a couple great opportunities in the first game Team 3 played, but just couldn't convert. And now every team this Combine does have at least one goal. Blue looking for the answer back the other way, but the shot from Bianca D'Souza is going to go over top of the cage, and we'll have a kick for Kale Harmon. It's plays like that remind you just what an exciting sport soccer can be. Ashell. That one knocked back to the blue defense. Zoe Price steers it across. Now Mira Dillon puts it across to D'Souza. She's got a lane to the net. D'Souza puts it towards. Here's Jackson. Drop pass in front. The shot can't come through as the defense has her tied up. It's still in a dangerous area, but Claire Adams bailing out her team like a bucket on a sinking ship there, as that surely would have been a goal had Jackson been untied. Back the other way comes Ila Vivanco, looking for another counterattack like Orange does so well. Vivanco with the strike! Just stopped there. Another brilliant save as Ava Shearer diving got just the fingertips to it. Even after that save, it nearly went in. Missed by about a foot wide of the post. And Ava Shearer and Cale Harmon refusing to be outdone by one another. Shearer, watching Harmon's great save at one end, says, hey, I can do that too. And now we've got an Orange kick. Alice Liu, bottom right corner. Liu sends it to the top of the key. That one knocked right back down. Mira Dillon plays it right back the other way. Adams coughs it up to D'Souza, but she'll send it out of play, so Adams gets the throw. Puts it to the boot of Presley Eichel. She'll make a nice move. Eichel hoping to find Vivanco on the outside, and that pass blocked by Zoe Price. And I tell you what, if that had gotten through Price, Vivanco would have been off to the races one-on-one with the netminder. Allison Newton. Her long pass up the left wall will escape its intended target of Bianca D'Souza. And we'll see a couple quick substitutions here for Team Orange. 1-0 game so far through the first half of the first half. Presley Eichel, the striker from the KYSA Lions U14 side, making that the difference. Here we go. Bianca D'Souza pounces upon that pass, but to no avails. It's quickly won back by Sohana Cooner. Cooner spins away from coverage. Back to the defense, but Bianca D'Souza quick to give some trouble to Alexandra Lake, who's going to have to chip it back to her fellow defenseman to help bail her out, but the pass won't connect, and Blue have won a corner off an aggressive forecheck there from Bianca D'Souza, presenting all kinds of problems. And a good opportunity here for Blue to answer this game at one apiece. It'll be Mira Dillon, who scored both goals for Team 1 in their opening game, taking the corner. Dillon. Here it comes. D'Souza couldn't find it. Ball still loose. Back up to Zoe Price. The strike comes through, and defender able to get in the way of that one. That was the opposing number 2, Sophia Corbo, shut that down. Now a long drive there from Sophia Jackson, handled by the netminder. And some kind of mirror image number 2s here. Both the shortest player on their team, both playing in that right back position. But it is going to be Corbo coming out on top of Price on that one-on-one. Now back comes Presley Eichel. She'll steer it across for Mia Herner to run onto. Nice to see Mia Herner come onto the game, as she had left earlier with a mild injury, so Herner back on the pitch suggests she's just fine. Lucy Weber plays it forward. Now a long through ball for Jackson to run onto. Keeper's going to come to challenge, and sure enough, that's the correct decision from Cale Harmon. She'll get there first. Picks up this ball, right back for the mid. Addison Cluth knocks it down. Chips the ball forward for Blues defense to chase. Emma Aver. Now across for Mira Dillon. She'll take a step around Cooner. Dillon still going. That one played back to the outside, but Dillon able to get to that ball first before it ran out of room. Dillon, long drive comes through, and a creative save from Cale Harmon. You expect most goaltenders usually go for that with the gloves, but Harmon just kicking that one straight out of midair. You got to be a confident goaltender to go for a play like that, and Harmon executed it with perfection. We'll have another brief stoppage here as it's Blue's turn to get some substitutions on. They'll also go for the full 5-player swap. Actually, looks like they're going to elect for 6 players here. And we're right back to action. Running to keep that one in, Sophia Corbo, but it will end up out of bounds. We'll have a throw for Zoe Price on the near side. Price puts it up the middle. Sophia Bishop found it for a moment, but a flurry of defenders around her shut her down. Still a good chance here for Blue right at the top of the box. Working with it was Lucy Weber, but a pair of defenders able to stymie her before she can get the shot away. However, it's not out of danger here. Another opportunity developing. Olivia Ferris right at the top of the box sets up the strike, and that one just not enough power there from Emma Metcher, as that'll trickle to Kale Harmon, who deals with that, and back we go the other way. Kinsley Kaeg on the outside. That'll be chipped out by the medical tent. We'll have a throw for Blue. Still 1-0 off the boot of striker Presley Eichel. Long drive here from Drea Soloninka. She'll forward that one. Vivanco trying to run for it. Defense has to be careful with lots of orange pressure around. Milani Ritchie. That's a nice move from Ritchie to get away from 3 orange pennies and connect with her midfield. Back to Lucy Weber we go. Weber. Across to Emma Metcher, who makes a couple nice moves of her own. Metcher connects with Weber. She's still got it now. Across to the right-hand side, Sophie Bishop from some distance. Steps around the first defender. Tough angle here for Bishop. She'll slow down, drops it back up top to Zoe Price. Price burns the defenders with a burst of speed. Price, she's still going to strike, is blocked in front off the boot of Claire Adams, and that'll roll out for another throw-in. Good burst of speed there to Zoe Price. She'll earn her team that corner kick. And we'll have another chance for Blue to even this score at 1 apiece. Here's the corner. It comes through. Blue able to get to the ball first, but the shot couldn't come. Now it does, and that'll be over top of the cage. Kale Harmon not tested on that attempt. And a lot of the time, that's what we've been seeing on these corners, where they're pretty accurate. They go right to the player, but then the receiving player just can't steady the ball in time before the defense pounces upon them. Lots of pressure here by Orange attacking. Ila Vivanco going to force a turnover. Vivanco has an option on the outside, and she's found it. It's Drea Soloninka. She'll slow down. Puts it on target. Soloninka, that's a good challenge. And diving to make that stop is Ava Shearer. She'll keep that one out. Sophia Bishop forwards that ball. Picked up by Sophia Corbo. Emma Aver. Couldn't quite corral that one. It'll be Drea Soloninka cutting to the center. Soloninka, she's still going. 3 blue pennies aren't enough to stop her as she'll turn for Blythe Chapman. Puts that one towards the net, and it'll be headed away by a blue defender, bouncing harmlessly to Shearer. Continuing to be a back-and-forth game. This has been one of the most even matchups we've seen. Given the amount of chances, I'm stunned that this remains 1-0. Here's Blue, looking to start an attack of their own. Nice little move by Melania Ritchie. She'll buy herself some space. Forwards it up to the midfield. Right back goes Orange, but unable to keep that in was Kinsley Kaig, and we'll have a throw for Orange, as Kaig never touched it before it went out. Vivanco handles it one-on-one. Coming out on top is the defender Melania Ritchie there. Ritchie to the keeper. Back to Emma Aver. Aver up through the middle. Amina Phillips looking to get it to the outside. The defender let it go by her. Corbo couldn't get that high ball. Now here comes Blue. A chance for Bishop. Cutting to the net. And it's Corbo who's able to catch up. I tell you what, it really is these two number 2 defenders for both sides making some brilliant defensive efforts. It will be a corner kick because Corbo had to send it out. Really didn't have much of an option there. It was that or let Bishop get a scoring chance. Now Bishop looking to go for goal. The keeper let it go by her, but Harmon quick to recover. Had defense there, so I think it was unlikely to be an error resulting in a goal, but Harmon couldn't quite glove it out of the air on the first attempt, but recovers in time. Here's Bishop. She just had one chance shut down by Sofia Corbo, trying to not let that happen again. Bishop, that's a marvelous feed in front. Chance here for Blue, spins, shoots, hits the post. An opportunity for Olivia Ferris, strikes iron while looking for gold. We'll head right back to Melania Ritchie on the perimeter. That ball will be sent harmlessly out of the way. Sophie Bishop, what a pass that was, finding Olivia Ferris through traffic. Had 2 defenders in that passing lane. Still managed to send a cleat-to-cleat pass. Just unfortunately for her, rangefinder just a touch off for Olivia Ferris, and that will end up being the last chance of the half. We'll have another quick break here halfway through this Game 3. Team 3 and Team 1. Currently the lone goal from Presley Ashell, making this a 1-0 game, and that is the difference maker through the first half. I am Zach Clark. You are watching FTF Canada Vancouver Summer Series Combine here from Cloverdale Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. We'll take a 2 to 5 minute break here and come back for the second half between Team 3 and Team 1. Stick around. everybody, and welcome back to FTF Canada, Vancouver Summer Series Combine. Second half here between Team 1 and Team 3. Currently, Team 3 has a 1-0 lead thanks to the boot of Presley A. Shell. We've got a goaltending change as we always do at the half. Backstopping Team Orange on the left-hand side is Kiana Kirby. Over on the right-hand side behind Blue, Ava Shearer remains in the pipes. And it will be Blue with the first possession here as it's launched up the pitch. Bianca D'Souza trying to run onto that. Mira Dillon, rather, who's got it now. She'll send that back to Milani Ritchie. Again to Dillon. A nice touch from Mira Dillon. She's around one defender, now around two. Dillon with the finish, looking to get it in front. And another foot to the right. That might have been a successful pass to Olivia Ferris. But unfortunately, it'll roll right between Ferris and the keeper, harmlessly out of the way. And Mira Dillon, an unselfish maneuver to go for the pass there. And she's already got 2 goals on the day. I wouldn't have been shocked to see her go for the third. Long drive from Orange will be blocked by Mira Dillon before ricocheting out of play, so it'll be an Orange throw. Taken by Kinsley Cake. Nope, she'll drop it off for Ava Stanicia. Stanicia lifts it ahead. Drops at the feet of Ilya Vavanko. She'll make a nice move to beat out the first defender, but Emma Aver shuts it down on the second try. Aver across for Emma Metcher. Metcher steers it ahead to Mira Dillon off to the races. She'll drop it back to Metcher once again. Mira Dillon now bottom left side here. Mira Dillon and her pocket picked there by Ava Stanicia racing in from behind. Tried to send it to the keeper, and a great defensive effort at the start there by Stanicia. A little bit of an error at the end as she'll send that one out of play instead of to the netminder. We'll see if Blue can make them pay. Mira Dillon sets it up and she'll go for the kick. Dillon puts it to the back of the box. Reaching for that one was her teammate but couldn't get there in time. Now Zoe Price does battle. She'll knock that loose. Claire Adams retrieves for Orange. Adams. That ball sent pitch wide to the near line for Kinsley Cake. Cake, nifty maneuver, sends a through ball. Couldn't run onto that, was Ava Stanicia. It's retrieved by Emma Metcher. Some give and go with Amina Phillips. Phillips has it now. She'll put it to Metcher, trying to go through the legs of the defender, but Addison Cluth shut the door. Metcher back at it again, 1-on-3 over in the corner. Metcher slows it down, waiting for her team to get up there, and Milani Ritchie provides her with a passing option. Ritchie steers it to Phillips. Furthers it back to Emma Aver. Aver to Olivia Ferris. Ferris battling for it now. 1-on-2 there by Drya Soloninka. Soloninka comes out on top, but the ball will escape the zone of play, and Zoe Price gets a throw. Rinse and repeat there as Price's throw hit an orange penny before going out of play, so she'll do it all over. Trying to set up a lead ball, that one taken away. Now the keeper, Kiana Kirby, will play it across to the defense. Another through. Oh, Mira Dillon. She was so close to getting that one, but Addison Cluth at the last possible moment broke up that play. Now Kinsley Cake, 1-on-1 battle, but that's a battle Milani Ritchie's going to win. Ritchie ahead for Dillon. Mira Dillon. Her pass taken away there by Blythe Chapman. Chapman. Forwards to Egan. Now back for Emma Metcher. Metcher to Olivia Ferris. She makes a move. Now an opportunity here. The strike is just high and wide there. Amina Phillips hoping to find that top right-hand corner and just sent it wide. Did not miss by a whole much as Phillips had a good look there. The center attacking mid from Surrey United. And of course, she's got home pitch advantage as Surrey United. No strangers to this Cloverdale Athletic Park. In fact, a lot of lovely Surrey United banners hanging right behind me. Here's Sophia Corbo. Chips one through to Sohana Cooner. She's got some room, although that's going to be quickly closed by Amina Phillips. Cooner, nice ball. Kinsley Kay trying to run onto this one. She's forced off of it, and I believe that's going to be a goal kick. Some really nice defending to not touch that ball before it went out of play. Some back and forth with the keeper. Orange providing some pressure. There's a chance here if they can get to it. And sure enough, Ila Vivanco steals top of the box. Vivanco's got it now. She'll kick it back to the outside. Kinsley Kay trying to cut to the middle. She's forced to double back there to Sohana Cooner. Long feed comes through. Knocked down at the top of the box and whistle blows and referee, good eagle eye there. That bounced off of an arm. I believe that clipped Sohana Cooner. Or no, pardon me, that was Drya Soloninka that had just barely clipped the arm of. Through no fault of her own. It was a bit of an awkward bounce. Amina Phillips gets that one ahead to Mira Dillon, who's going to find Olivia Ferris. Ferris trying to split the defense with a through ball, and so nearly did just that. Sophia Corbo able to get to the ball a split second before Sophie Bishop did. Sohana Cooner. Back to the defense. Stanesia. Gets that one forward, and it'll roll out of play for a throw, so we'll have another quick one here for Stanesia. Sohana Cooner. Back for Blythe Chapman. Chapman, long drive down the right-hand side. The defender able to get there first is Milani Ritchie, beating out the intended target, Kinsley Kay. Ritchie scoops it across for Metcher. She'll lift one forward intended for Dillon, but it will be the defender, Addison Cluth, there first. Goes off the boot of Dillon for an orange throw. Stanesia went to throw that one before the referee sent her about 10 feet back. And now Stanesia can launch that forward to Leia Egan. Stanesia puts it through and will be harmlessly handled by the keeper, Ava Shearer. Still a 1-0 game. Both teams looking to change that. And it's interesting that this game's, again, only 1-0. One of the lowest scoring games we've seen by this point in the match. I'd say it might have the most offensive opportunities, at least since the first game, as that game was chock full of chances for teams to score. Cluth maneuvers around the attacker. She'll find Stanesia. Forwards it again. Kinsley Kay on the outside. One-on-one battle. Kay, and I believe that's Gwyneth Poore. Ball's played in front. Ooh, nearly a chance there for Orange as that pass close to going awry, but it's well received. And now back to the attack goes Lucy Weber. Ahead for Olivia Ferris. Ferris can't hang on through the pressure of Sophia Corbo. Corbo forwards it to Soloninka. On the outside, able to keep that one in. Soloninka puts it towards the net. Vivanco's there for the strike, and it's just over top.
That's a nice finish from Vivanco as a bouncing ball. She had to kick that one across her body and off the ground. And that was not wide by much. And unfortunately, that's just been the tale of the day for Ila Vivanco. She's had 2 or 3 opportunities that have come so close, yet so far. Sofia Corbo with it on the outside. We'll have a brief stop here as it's going to be an orange throw, but they'll use this opportunity, being near their bench anyways, to go for a quick couple substitutions. I say couple, I'd say that's more a few. I believe 4 or 5 players substituting there for Team Orange. And it's one of the freshly substituted players, Maddie Bruce, who's got it now, but just unable to keep that one in, and it'll be a throw for Zoe Price. Price puts it ahead. Retrieved by Alyssa Liu. Liu now steers it further. Mia Herner to the outside. And that one kept wide by Blue. It will go off Milani Ritchie, however, so this is going to be an orange corner. With lots of freshly substituted players, we'll see if they've got a bit more stamina to win this battle. In front, looks like the corner is going to be taken by Alyssa Liu. Here comes the drive from Liu. That one knocked down in front. Takes a couple deflections. Herner tried to steer that one on target. It was blocked by a defender before being sent right back the other way to Lucy Weber. Here's Weber. Stopped up in the mid by Sofia Corbo. What a tackle from Corbo. Some seriously impressive defending from her all combine long. Making a tackle from behind like that and keeping it that clean is no easy feat. But unfortunately for her, her heroics shan't be rewarded on that drive as it will go out of play. But it does look like it clipped a Blue defender, so they shall get another corner and another chance for Alyssa Liu to set up a dangerous opportunity. Here's Alyssa Liu. The kick, it's low, it's on target, off the back post. Alyssa Liu nearly scores on the corner kick. That was kept right along the line, didn't have much curl to it. At the last moment, dropped just enough to go off that back post. Unfortunately for her, not quite enough to go off the back post and in. Now a chance the other way is Blue looking for the through ball. It's a physical battle. Mira Dillon with the finish, and it's stopped in tight. What chances at both ends? Once again, neither team willing to be outdone by the other. And Kiana Kirby able to shut down Mira Dillon, who had a great one-on-one fight with Alexandra Lake. But Dillon using a bit of that physicality to take the inside edge. And she came yet again, oh so close to getting that 3rd goal of the combine. Blue going to substitute a majority of their team. Tough to count them all, but I believe that is 8 substitutions for Blue right there. And we'll see what that big shakeup can do for them with approximately 10 minutes remaining in this match. Sofia Corbo puts that one forward. It's knocked right back down. Corbo goes for another tackle, and just like last one, she's successful. Sophia Jackson able to retrieve the ball for Blue, but she can't get past the outstretched boot of Leah Agan. Agan and Jackson, that's a battle for the ages happening over at the far end of the pitch. And it will be Jackson who comes out on top. The battle is switched now to Maddie Bruce taking over for Agan in that corner. And it will go out of play off of Bruce. Here we go. Right back the other direction. Blue knocks this down. Mia Herner finds it. Drops it out the other way. Now a mad dash forward on the near wall. Here's Maddie Bruce to the corner. That one put out of play off the defender. I believe this will be a corner kick. Might not have been low enough, but no, they'll say it shall. And Alice Alou gets another chance to curl this one in. And of course, she nearly scored on the last corner we saw, hitting the inside of the back post. Half inch to the right, that would have bounced home. Unfortunately for her, bounced right into the keeper's arms. Here's another attempt for Alice Alou. Puts it to the back of the box. It's knocked down in front. Orange still looking to put that on target, but a bouncing ball is steered wide by the lone goal scorer, Presley Eichel. Still, somehow, this is only a 1-0 game. Some brilliant chances. And Kirby and Shearer have been busy. Sophia Jackson. Back to help out the defense. Knocks that one across. Taken away through the midfield by Orange. Leah Agan has it now. Furthers it across. Solonenko, or pardon me, that's Presley Eichel trying to cut between the defense. Eichel still with it now, although she's shadowed by Olivia Ferris. Ferris will knock that ball out of play, so Eichel will get a chance for a throw. Leaves it for the defender. To Egan. Back for Blythe Chapman. She's got some room. Chapman trying to send a through ball between the defense. And had anyone been there to run onto that one, that's a pretty classic example of a through ball. But unfortunately for her, neither striker able to get between the defenders on that occasion. And we'll have an opportunity for Blue to escape their own end. It's been a fairly lengthy Orange possession in the attacking end. And as I say that, they'll get right back to the attack as Ava Stanicia wins the ball. Stanicia to the perimeter. That one taken away. A race for it. Coming out to handle it, it's Kirby. Not going to let a chance for Gwyneth Poore to beat out the defense, and Poore causing some trouble there in that back end, but the defense able to hang on. Maria Smith. Back for Sophia Jackson. Now Jackson to the far right wing. Slowing things down, looking to cut back in front. Sophie Bishop on the line, looking for Jackson. She'll fan Poore with an opportunity to strike. She scores. Gwyneth Poore, she shoots, she scores. This game is even at 1 apiece after that tally and tight. And you almost wondered there if they were going to run out of runway. Sophia Jackson right along the goal line, able to drop that pass back. And Gwyneth Poore, her first goal of the combine, the striker from Lake Hills Soccer Association, ties this game at 1. And now with under 10 minutes to go in this match, considering the lack of goals that we have seen given up by either team, you could very well expect the next goal to be the game-deciding one. And Orange looking to make that title theirs. Maddie Bruce couldn't quite receive that pass. It was the defender there first. It's sent out of play by Blue. And we'll have a throw for Claire Adams. That one lifted into Leah Egan. Looking to escape Olivia Ferris. That ball once again going to be sent out of play. No, kept in along the line. Looked for sure it would escape, but that's held in, and Blythe Chapman will double back for her defense. Now to the netminder. Out to the near side. It's knocked down. Bianca D'Souza unable to win that battle in the corner, and Orange advance. Down the right wall. A race for it. Won by Nita D'Amata, who will play it back to the keeper, Ava Shearer. Shearer for Jackson. And it is interesting to see the variance in Sophia Jackson's positions, as she's primarily a right wing, who we've seen playing offensively in Game 1, but her secondary position, center back. That's where we see her play now, and with the speed that she shows, it's understandable why she can be utilized at both. It's Jackson with it now. Trying to spin away from coverage. She'll play it to the perimeter. And Blue will send that out for a throw-in at the halfway mark of the pitch. Here's the throw. Lands at the feet of Amina Phillips. She'll spin that one over to her teammate. Phillips puts it up the middle. Taken right back now. A battle on the near side. Racing for it's Alisa Liu. And Liu gets there first. Liu finds Cooner. That pass intercepted. And now back the other way comes Allison Newton. Newton plays it to the far wing. It seems to be where Blue likes to stage a lot of their attacks, as we've seen their lone goal and a couple opportunities coming from that way. And sure enough, that's where we're going. Gwyneth Poore, the lone goal scorer, trying to tip that one forward for Bianca D'Souza to run on to, but the pass goes awry and it's harmlessly handled by the netminder. Liu corrals it across, long feed ahead. Ran onto by Mia Herner. However, that's going to be taken away. Strong rush here. Milani Ritchie doing it all herself. She'll make another nice move. Ritchie going end to end. She set up Gwyneth Poore. Back to Ritchie in the pass just behind Milani Ritchie. Don't think Poore was expecting to receive the pass at that position after Ritchie had gone so long with the ball. That's the second time we've seen Ritchie as a one-man breakout machine running down the pitch. So nice to have players like that, as one of the hardest things to get through is getting bogged up in the transitional element of the game. Now Amina Phillips looks to cross it in front. Gwyneth Poore, the rebound's loose, puts it wide, and Gwyneth Poore, that's exactly where she had just scored from, but this time defender is able to get in the way of the shot, and this will be a corner kick for Blue. Unlike her name, Poore is having a great second half here for Team 1. The kick comes through. Knocked down by Amina Phillips outside the box. Long drive from Phillips. And wow, under pressure like that, I know I never could have gotten a shot of that quality away. Unfortunately for Amina Phillips, netminder was ready and willing to get in front of that one as Kiana Kirby makes another stop. She might be tested again here. Ball still loose at the top of the key. Alisa Liu, 1-on-2, trying to get away from coverage. It's still loose, and it will be Orange able to find that one, but a bit of a panicking maneuver there. Given all the pressure from Blue, they'll kick it out for a deep throw-in. And it's like I was saying earlier, if you're ever in a bad situation like that, you're always trying to just get the ball out for a throw. That gives Orange time to steady defensively and prepare to try and shut down Milani Ritchie. That's no easy feat. Another Blue throw here as Bianca D'Souza will kick it off the defender and out of play. D'Souza launches that one forward. She'll get it right back along the left wall. D'Souza puts it towards the box, and that one just over top of the head of the intended target, Emma Metcher. Presley Echelle, the opening goal scorer of what feels like so long ago, will find Sophia Jackson. Jackson puts it forward to Addison Cluth. Back for Claire Adams. Be a deep throw here for Blue. They've got it just inside the box. Amina Phillips forced to play that one back to the defense. Phillips takes a return ball. She'll steer it to the outside. Long strike comes through, and that's not going to trouble the netminder, Ava Shearer, who goes down, or pardon me, Kiana Kirby, who goes down to ensure that ball stays out. And with that last goal coming through from Gwyneth Poore, every goaltender in this combine has now been scored on, as Kiana Kirby was the last keeper standing. But now they've all been cracked at least once. Although no goaltender has been cracked more than twice. It's been a very even share of goals conceded. Bit of a defensive error there, and now Bianca D'Souza challenging for the net. That's well recovered by Alexandra Lake. Bit of a miscommunication between her and Stanisia, leading to that opportunity for D'Souza, but it's really well recovered there from Lake, shutting down that chance. But it's another chance here for Blue, developing possibly back and forth. Amina Phillips, she's one-on-one. Phillips in on goal, shoots, and it's stopped by Kirby. What a save in tight there as Amina Phillips. One-on-one with all the time in the world, and that will do it, no less. The dying minutes of the game. What a stop by Kirby. And it is no exaggeration to say that Kirby single-handedly just prevented a loss. This game will end in a 1-1 draw off of a final spectacular stop from Kiana Kirby. The goal scorers in this game, Gwyneth Poore and Presley Ashell for their teams respectively, and we shall have a 1-1 draw. The second draw of the day for Team 1 as their first contest ended in a 2-2 draw, and of course Team 3 will take a draw as their first game ended in a loss to Team 4. That one was 2-0. We'll take another step aside here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. 3 games in the books now. We've got one last girls game here coming up. Team 2 and Team 4 both looking for, or Team 2 rather, looking for their first win of the day. Team 4 looking to remain undefeated as they are 1-0. Once again, 1-1 the final score for this one. Goal scorers Ashell and Poore will take a step aside. I am Zach Clark and you're watching FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine right here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. Be back. Hello everybody and welcome back to FTF Canada Vancouver Summer Series Combine. We're underway with the final girls game of the day here. Team 2 in orange versus Team 4 in blue. That's off to an early out of bounds here over on the far side for a quick throw in. Backstopping this shall be Kelly DiGiovanni behind Team Orange and Morgan Plato for Team Blue. And Plato hoping not to be tested here as Orange will run it down the field. It'll be Team 4 with the throw here over on the far side. And no, they will turn and give it here to Orange. It'll be Skylar Ashmore to take this one. Ashmore puts it right to the feet of Alarna Takar. Takar, however, couldn't hang on to that. This time it shall be a blue throw. Quickly advancing is Blue down the left side. Looking to center this one. They've got numbers 3-on-2, hoping for the through. Drops it off to the left side. Stops up, waiting for the shot. Here it comes. Scores! And an early tally there for Blue as it's Violet Berry getting her first goal of the Combine. Great patience on that shot. Outweighted the defender for cutting over to the right-hand side. And this is an early lead here for Blue off the boot of Violet Berry. Playing for NVFC in the BCSPL. I like that. Shout out North Van. And of course, Team 4 are 1-0 in this Combine, and that's exactly how they wanted to start this game. As they are currently the only team with a win. And here they come. Once again, this time it's London Herod who had one of the 2 goals for Team 4 in the opening game. Herod will play that pitch wide to Lauren Land, but a bouncing ball unable to be steadied by Land, and it will be sent out of play for a throw courtesy of Alarna Takar. She'll leave it for Ashmore to take the throw. Trying to steer that one back to Takar. That's successful. Takar triple teamed over against the wall there. That's too many defenders to bear, and Nia Cruikshank takes it away for Blue. Back to Plato. Morgan Plato for Cruikshank again. Cruikshank steers it forwards. It's going to be played right back to the perimeter. Lauren Land runs onto this one to keep it in. Land shadowed by Takar. That's going to be knocked out, and that's a great job by Takar as she was able to steer it off Land right before it went out. This is going to be a deep Orange throw as they look to equalize this 1-0 game. The throw's knocked in. Quickly with it now, top of the box. It's an opportunity. Can they get the strike? It's loose in front. Gabby Moretto looking for it in the defense, able to close the gap just before Moretto could put the finishing touches on that ball. Moretto kind of had to dust it off as it was bouncing on the way through, and that gave just enough time for the defense to get involved. Paige Wilkinson steers that one in between traffic to Callie Lindstrom, who had a goal in her first game. Now a race for this one as Gabby Moretto looking for some revenge, and just like last time, she gets a touch to it, but the defense able to take the wind out of the sails of the shot. By the time it reaches Plato, it's no threat whatsoever. Here's Rowan Cruikshank, ahead for Harrod. London Harrod given some room to work with down the right side. She's at the top of the box now. Harrod makes a move, carries it down low, looking to set it in front, and a sliding tackle there from Tessa Langelan takes the ball out of play, and we'll have this game's first corner kick. And so far this combine, we still have yet to see a goal converted off of any of these corner kicks. That's not for lack of chances. We've seen a post hit, we've seen a crossbar hit, and only time shall show us what we shall see here as Sloan Flugelsveit, who has one goal so far this combine, takes the corner. Flugelsveit puts it down the middle. It's loose in front. It will be the defense who steers it to the outside. Great chance here, but it's cleared down the pitch by Maya Calvo. Calvo finds Sydney Renfro. She'll play it to the right side for Skylar Ashmore. Ashmore couldn't hang on, and that will escape the boundaries of play. Violet Berry, the opening goal scorer of this game, will take the throw. Calvo knocks it down. Her attempt at a long drive hit her own teammate in front, and that'll drop right back down. Second attempt, this time from Corrine Sear, will escape. Sear finds Renfro. Renfro looking to put a through ball, and that was oh so close. Hit the back of the intended recipient, Gabby Moretto. Hit the back of her cleat. And had that escaped through, would have been a 2-on-1 developing for Orange. That's a nice interception there by Kaya Weber. Just unable to touch that one with Sydney Renfro, but Weber nearly forcing an odd man rush. Here we go, another through ball. It's a chance the other way for Callum McNeil. She's deep in the right corner. McNeil looks to put it in front. That's a marvelous feed. Tight angle, stopped by the keeper, Kelly DiGiovanni. That's a tough angle there for McNeil and Armstrong to make work. They got a really great scoring opportunity, and DiGiovanni had no choice but to send that one out of play off the gloves. We'll have another corner for Sloan Flugelsveit. Flugelsveit from Okanagan FC. And no, looks like she's going to leave this one for Lauren Land to take instead. Flugelsveit playing that short option. Lauren Land puts it to the bottom of the box. That one's going to be sent right back to Land, and an unfortunate bounce there as it goes off Land's leg and out of play for a goal kick. Interesting to see them swap up the kickers, as I thought Sloan Flugelsveit's had some great corners in both the games she's played. DiGiovanni to Calvo. That one taken away here is Blue Steel, now bottom of the box, trying to put it in front. DiGiovanni never got a look at it. Rebounds loose. The kick blocked in front by Langelan. That was 2 blocks there for Langelan as DiGiovanni was trying to get the first one. Langelan got to it first, and she covered the rebound. And don't forget, it was also Tessa Langelan that stopped a sure goal earlier today. Rowan Cruikshank. Across to her sister Nia. Nia Cruikshank to the perimeter. Lauren Land, long lead feed ball. It's going to be run onto here by Flugelsveit. Challenged by Ashmore. Flugelsveit spins, puts it towards the box, but it's intercepted by Calvo. Maya Calvo. Ahead for Sydney Renfro. Renfro coughs that one up to a good defensive effort from Nia Cruikshank. Cruikshank connects with Violet Berry, and she'll find London Herod. Herod's got one this combine. That's a nice feed to the outside. McNeil charging the net. McNeil shoots. She scores! Calla McNeil doubles the lead here for Team 4. It's a 2-0 advantage off the boot of the right winger from CMFSC, Calla McNeil. That's a brilliant finish right there, and a brilliant through ball in front, courtesy of Violet Berry, who's now got a goal and an assist throughout just one half of this game. And really, if you're a keeper, nothing you're doing there. Calla McNeil, once she had that kind of time and space, that ball was going in 99 times out of 100. And sure enough, that was the outcome there. Orange finding themselves in a 2-0 hole now. Of course, Team 4 won their first game by that score of 2-0. And we get right back at it. Malia Franco gets it back to Cruikshank. Now further to the keeper. Cruikshank takes it again. Cross to her sister Rowan Cruikshank, who's going to cough that one up. Chance now here for Gabby Moretto, but Rowan Cruikshank bails out her own mistake there. She catches up to Moretto. Moretto able to put that one back inside. It'll be steered to the perimeter once again by Brielle Thom. Quite the battle. That one so nearly stays in. I kind of agree with the attacker there, Gabby Moretto. It looked like it might have crossed the line here. Either way, it'll go unnoticed and play shall resume. Callie Lundstrom. She's also got one today. Battles her number 27 counterpart, Calla McNeil. And it will be Lundstrom coming out on top on that battle. Here's Corrine Sear. Sarir puts it up the middle. Sydney Renfro trying to tip that one to the outside. It's loose back in front and unable to get to that one first. Ball lands at the foot of Callie Lundstrom. She'll give that one away. Now an attempt at a through is knocked down in front by Tessa Langelon and recovered by Skylar Ashmore for Orange. That would have been a dangerous through ball as both blue strikers had actually already gotten behind the Orange defenders as that pass was about halfway through. But it's well defended by Langelon. And now the ball will go out of play for, I believe this is going to be a goal kick. We'll double check what they call it. And no, in fact, it shall be a corner. Clip the defender on the way out. So now Orange have an opportunity to curl this one in. Kaya Weber, the center attacking mid from Port Moody SPL, will take this over on the far right corner. Here it comes. It's high and just on the wrong side of the goal line. That'll hit the outside of the net, as she was looking to go for goal. No luck there for Weber. And it's back to a blue possession. Rowan Cruikshank furthers it to Brielle Thom, now to the outside. Malia Franco. Once again, this aggressive Orange attack is presenting some problems for Blues defense. But it's not problems they've been unable to solve so far, as they are able to advance now to the halfway point of their own end. Violet Berry looks to cut around the attackers. Berry doggedly pursued there by Kaya Weber. It's a heck of a battle, and Weber going to be able to force a turnover here. Corrine Sear looks to advance. Callie Lundstrom puts it to the right side. Sharp angle now for Alana Takar. Puts it up the middle. Tipped in! What a conversion there as Sydney Renfro gets her first goal of the combine. They'll cut the lead in half. Sydney Renfro burying a brilliant assist from Alana Takar. Really have to give the credit where it's due there to Takar. Might be the nicest assist we've seen so far from the combine from the Langley United Soccer Association right winger. As Takar was right on the goal line, I thought there was no way she'd be able to get that in front. But instead puts a nice pass to Sydney Renfro. And not an easy conversion, mind you. That was about a foot off the ground. But she'll tap it home, no problem. Cuts the lead in half. We've got a 2-1 game. The striker from Ottawa City Soccer Club getting her first goal of this FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine. Moretto applying some pressure. Moretto once again going to be able to knock that ball away and force Blue to redo this counterattack. Rowan Cruikshank steps around the first attacker. She'll find Jamie Armstrong. Now back up the other way. Here comes Kaya Weber. Furthers the ball to Callie Lindstrom. She's wheeling and dealing away from coverage. Orange, some good possession here, but the shot can't come through. Ashmore trying to get that back to Lindstrom. It's helped out by Corrine Sear. Now going for a bit of a run's Tessa Langelan, but just had no passing options, and she's going to be stripped of the ball. Back the other way. It's Malia Franco. Franco still going 1-on-2 here. Franco, step back. Keeping that one in is Kaylee Dist on the near side. Dist looking to put that one to the top of the box. Clipped a defender on the way through, and it'll land at the feet of Orange's D-core. They'll get that one to Paige Wilkinson, and she'll steady for the netminder before taking a return ball. Wilkinson. Long feed connected with the striker, but it'll be immediately taken away by Nia Cruikshank. Cruikshank up ahead to Galia Salin. She has her feet taken out from underneath her as a clean slide tackle. Gets it away for Orange, and now an opportunity up ahead. Running for this one, Sydney Renfro. Puts it up the middle, hoping to connect with that one is Moretto, and she got a boot to it, was just hoping to make that a first touch, and unfortunately for her, it rolled just a little bit too far away, and the keeper will cover. Malia Franco. Still 2-1 Blue, but you can tell Orange really starting to heat up here. And sure enough, Cruikshank's going to cough that one up to Orange. Now an opportunity. Renfro leaves it for Takar on the outside. The shot comes through, but that one handled by Morgan Plato. And Alarna Takar. She had a beautiful assist earlier. And a quality opportunity to get a goal of her own there. Back comes Blue. We haven't seen a chance from them in a minute. They're going to look to change that right here. Attempt at a through ball was stopped by Maya Calvo through middle, so they'll look to redo this. Comes back to Malia Franco. She'll slow it down. Franco splits it to Lexi Graham. Graham, however, shadowed by Gabby Moretto, who's going to alleviate the ball. And here's Moretto. Moretto, long lead feed here. And just not a lot of gas left in the tank for Sydney Renfro. And can't say I blame her. She's really had to go after some of these balls. But right there, just didn't have the speed needed to beat out Rowan Cruikshank to that loose ball. And we'll have some substitutions. A chance for players like Sydney Renfro and others to rest. And Renfro, the lone goal scorer for Team 2, will be subbed off along with a myriad of other players. I believe 7 substitutions total there. Approximately 7 or 8 minutes left in this half. Score remains 2-1. Alicia Kaiserlink on now that far side. She'll force Orange to send it out of play. And here we go. Bryn LeBlanc cuts around the first attacker. LeBlanc and put it right off the back heel of her teammate there, Karis McSherry. And that was so close to a perfect ball. Just a bit of miscommunication there between the two forwards. Santorelli on the far side, splits it right through to Tylee LeBlanc. She makes a move around the first defender and couldn't get around the second. Pardon me, that was not LeBlanc, that was Rio Manabe Downs with a nice move. But no finish for her. Alarna Takar steals over in the bottom corner. It's a nice move by Takar. She'll put it up the middle on the defender there first, as Rowan Cruikshank was just one step ahead of Karis McSherry, looking to even this game at 2. That was incredibly similar play to how they scored their first one which also was assisted by Alarna Takar, who's really showing her playmaking abilities in this game. Karali Waltmans trying to forward that one, but it will be taken away by Maya Galias-Allen. She'll weigh her options. Doesn't have as much time as she thought she did. Kaya Weber closed that gap fast. She will get out unscathed, though, as Galias-Allen forwards it into the box. Handled by the keeper and driven down the pitch by Kelly DiGiovanni. Manabe Downs to the outside for Takar. Takar gets around Cruikshank. Cruikshank, however, going to get to that loose ball first, and she'll touch it over to her sister, Rowan Cruikshank, who will send that one out of play for an orange throw-in taken by Santarelli. Santarelli ahead for Karis McSherry. Blue pounce on that loose ball. Right back the other way we go. Kaylee Deist on the outside. Kaylee Deist to Elisha Kaiserlink. Kaiserlink now across to Malia Franco. Back around Cruikshank. Up the middle to Kaiserlink. That'll take a couple bounces before winding up out of play for an orange throw. Santarelli gets ready for liftoff. Santarelli launches that one ahead. That'll land at the feet of Karis McSherry, but deflects off of her and out of play, and now it's Cruikshank's turn for a throw-in. Samara Brown received the ball initially, but it's going to be taken away here by Orange. Looking to apply the pressure is Bryn LeBlanc. She'll find her teammate Tylee LeBlanc. Back across to Bryn LeBlanc as the two sisters play give and go. LeBlanc from LeBlanc to the net. The shot comes through. It's loose in front. The strike stopped by the defender. What a brilliant save that was. And I believe, indeed, that's Lauren Land who just stopped a sure goal as the goalkeeper was already down and out from making that first save. And Lauren Land's turn to prevent what would have been a sure tally. And I tell you what, that was a lot of fun watching that LeBlanc and LeBlanc chemistry as those two went back and forth to set up that chance. And now another opportunity here, this time Kaya Weber, top of the box, looking to knock that one down. That had a lot of spin on it when it landed, and that's going to work out in Orange's favor. Running with the ball now, Rio Manabe Downs. She'll spin away from coverage, trying to find Takar in the right corner. She does just that. Takar the strike, and that's stopped in front. Rebounds loose. Takar still on it. And the keeper able to cover there. As a dangerous couple of chances for Orange, narrowly kept out by Morgan Plato. That was about 2 or 3 grand opportunities in quick succession. Only the last one resulting in a shot on goal. And Plato able to cover. Karis Johnson forwards it. Lexi Graham picks it up for Blue. That one sent back to Tylee LeBlanc. She'll go further down the pitch to Langelan. Now DiGiovanni in net. Cross for Maya Calvo. Calvo, long drive up ahead. That's going to work out well as Karis McSherry's got time to run out of this one. McSherry just keeps that in. She's put it towards the box. Chance here, and Cruikshank able to get there first, but with the pressure exemplified there from Gabby Moretto, she's forced to kick it out for an Orange throw. And some great pitch movement there by Orange. That went from the keeper to an offensive zone throw-in in pretty much no time at all. Here's Santarelli with the throw. Sophia Santarelli puts it to the corner, and unfortunately for her, that one goes out off Alarna Takar, and we'll have another Blue goal kick. Continuing to be an incredibly back and forth game, but it is Violet Berry and Callum McNeil who have gotten 2 goals for Team 4 that currently make the difference. Sydney Renfro's answered 1, but still a 1-goal lead here for Team 4. Malia Franco. That's a very physical battle between her and Bryn LeBlanc. Great job by LeBlanc. Even when she's down, she's not out. She manages to get that across to Sherry. Some impressive attacking from the striker from the Calgary Blizzard. Here goes Bryn LeBlanc across for Takar. She's going to have to run onto that one, but it will be the defender there first. To Kaiserlink. Taken away by Takar. She's got options. Takar slows down. Doubles back. Now to Sophia Santarelli. Santarelli puts that to the top of the box. That one going to be knocked down here. Hoping to work it loose was Rio Manabe Downs, but just unable to get away from the coverage she was in, and that's going to be Maya Calvo, who sends it back to the defense. The pass intended for Bryn LeBlanc goes just awry. It'll be Malia Franco who finds it. Referee disagrees with that tackle, and we'll have a free kick here for Blue back in their own end. Rather thankfully for the players, the sun has gone behind some clouds now, so the temperature dropping here, and I think that's well appreciated. Long drive from Rowan Cruikshank. That'll connect well with the forwards. She finds Lexi Graham flawlessly. Graham spins away from the first attacker. Sends it to the outside, but that pass intercepted by Tylee LeBlanc, who's going to send it back the other way, trying to connect with Karis McSherry, but that one too far out of the way, and that will end the first half of play. Can't really ask for a more exciting first half than that. A 3-goal first half, 2 for Team 4, 1 for Team 2 is where we stand. Goal scorer for Team 2, Sydney Renfro, and the pair of goal scorers for Team 4, Callum McNeil and Violet Berry. Team 4 taking a 1-0 lead into the final half of the girls' side of the Vancouver Summer Series Combine. Day 1 here from Cloverdale Athletic Park. I'm Zach Clark, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes' time to bring you the thrilling finale of this game between Team 2 and Team 4. Stick around. Hello everybody and welcome back to the FTF Vancouver Summer Series Combine 2025. The final half of the girls' side of the Combine here. Team 2 and Team 4 in a 2-1 battle. And this has been arguably the most entertaining game of the day so far. It's been a fantastic back and forth, and they're going to look to continue that. Goaltending swaps. Morgan Plato remains backstopping Team Blue over on the right-hand side, but it'll be Cale Harmon over on the left behind Orange. It's going to be Orange with this first possession. Maya Calvo puts that one forward, hoping that her striker can run on. It might just be just that, a race for the ball. And coming out to challenge was Morgan Plato. She'll get there just ahead of the intended Alana Takar. Now beginning a counterattack, it's Lauren Land. She'll send it forward for London Harrod. Harrod battling through the midfield. Finds Crookshank. Now back across. Rowan Crookshank. Down the right side, Taylor Tomic trying to receive that one. Played back out in front, Sloan Flugelsveit. Flugelsveit steers it against the wall. Hard tackle from behind there, but keeping that one clean was Gabby Moretto. And this has certainly been the most physical game we've seen of the day, as we've probably seen already 4 or 5 aggressive tackles, and credit where it's due, I think they've all been pretty much clean as a whistle. We'll have another blue throw, looking to connect with London Harrod. That'll take a couple bounces before Harrod can receive it. But she'll come out on top. Harrod looking for the through ball. She's going to find coverage one-on-one. Here comes the defense trying to get involved. The ball bounces loose. It'll trickle, and it's gone. That's going to be Taylor Tomic's goal, and you know what? Not necessarily the prettiest goal, but they all count the same as Taylor Tomic gets the final touch to get around the netminder. And it's a 3-1 lead here for Team 4. Tomic, another returning player from the Combine we saw earlier in spring out at Newton Athletic Park. And clearly that experience paying off in spades as she'll get a tally on one of her first touches of the half. Callie Lindstrom plays it up the left side. Sprinting for that's Gabby Moretto, trying to keep that in, and despite a great hustle, it will just escape Moretto before she's able to hold that one in. We'll have another goal kick here for Morgan Plato. Here is Plato. Across to the right-hand side, Violet Berry knocks that one down. Berry. Nifty move around the attacker. Berry connects with Lauren Land. Land putting on the Jets. She's around the defender. Land looking to curl that one in front, and able to get back in time was Maya Calvo. Not to fully block the shot, but a partial block is all you need to make that a non-threat for the keeper. And Cale Harmon handles that no problem. Battle over on the far wall. Coming away with it will be Team Orange. Across for Alarna Takar on the right side. Takar 1-on-2. Able to knock that one back to her defense. Calvo has to run onto it. She'll put one up the middle. Another 50-50 ball. That one will be won by Blue as Harrod's able to get involved. Making some nice moves there is Calla McNeil, but unfortunately for her, it will be shut down by Maya Calvo despite her fancy dangle around the first defender. The attack begins from Gabby Moretto on the outside. Pass intercepted by Calla McNeil, who's got 1 goal this game. Team 4 easily the most goals of the Combine so far, as they've got 5 goals through their 2 games. And of course, we're not done yet. Plato steers that one to the right back. Rowan Crookshank launches a long ball up ahead. Was intended for Calla McNeil, but hopped over her right boot. We'll have an Orange throw just outside the blue bench. Into traffic the throw goes. That'll ricochet right back out. But it will change possession on that throw. And now it's Blue's turn to try to advance play as Callum McNeil lines up for the throw. She'll drop it to Flugelsveit. Gets that one back to McNeil. Defense blocked the first pass. Taking it away there is Callie Lundstrom. She's made a nice move. Lundstrom with the through ball. Connects with Sydney Renfro. Couldn't steady it, but Lundstrom able to recover. She's got a look. Double teamed by the defense. Lundstrom still going. Finally, enough defenders to take down Callie Lundstrom. They'll play the ball right back the other way. A strong individual effort shall not be rewarded on this attempt. Now Tessa Langelan has to be careful with a pair of attackers near her. Langelan gets it forward to Corinne Sear. Sear splits the defense to Kaya Weber. Makes a move around Brielle Thom. Weber still going. Top of the box now, trying to play it to the outside. Blocked by the defense, but Weber quickly wins it back. Plays it between the defense once more, but this time they're going to send it right back the other way. Now a race for it here is Taylor Tomic, who has won already this half, trying to get to it first. And it's like I was saying, this has been the game full of slide tackles. And sure enough, Tessa Langelan executes a perfect one there as she'll get the ball from behind, kick it out of play, and that's going to buy enough time for Orange's defense to get back and set up. Brielle Thom to take this throw. Backwards she goes to Flugelsveit. Furthest to Nia Cruikshank. Cruikshank takes a return pass. She's got a bit of room to work with. Back to the defense. Ahead finds Violet Berry. Berry, now Flugelsveit, long drive, and that's going to go into the arms of Morgan Plato. Or pardon me, that's Cale Harmon. A goaltender side swap fooled me for a moment, but Harmon has had some amazing saves this combine. Got to give her dues. And Flugelsveit, that challenge from distance, not going to beat a goaltender of Harmon's quality, although I don't fault her for trying. We've seen Flugelsveit have some great drives from out high. And that was only a little further than her free kick goal from earlier. Orange back to the attack. London Herod quick to shut that down. London down the right side. Long kick from London Herod. What a goal! London Herod from outside the box puts it just below the bar, and her second goal of the combine is a bomb from out high. A right winger from Coquitlam Metro Ford. A bullet from distance. Going to give the sixth goal of the combine to Team 4 and establish a commanding 4-1 lead. And I tell you what, this does not feel like a 4-1 game, as this has been an incredibly close matchup, but this has been a quality showing of finishing from Team 4. Pretty much any chance you give them, they've been burying. Here's Ashmore. Down to Weber. Whistle blow as it clipped a hand, and we've got a quick stop. Berry, back to Herod. Cruikshank. Knocks it back to the goalkeeper, Plato. Now Cruikshank again. Nia Cruikshank ahead to Violet Berry. Berry plays it across to the outside, but a lot of backspin on that pass, and it'll drop at the feet of the Orange defense. They'll set up Sydney Renfro down the outside. Now a chance developing here for Orange, left side of the box. The kick comes through, and it's well wide, as Gabby Moretto did not have a lot of room to work with. Defender stayed right with her, and sure enough, that ball will be pressured out. Another goal kick here for Morgan Plato. Team 4 continuing their dominant showing, and again, that is really no knock to any of the other teams they've played. Shows how well Team 3 actually has been playing today, that they were able to keep that first game at just a 2-goal differential. Currently 3 now, as it's a 4-1 game. Sydney Renfro, the lone tally for Team 2. We'll have another whistle from the referee. Ball will be played from where it lies. Or rather, from where it lay before it was kicked down the pitch. Skylar Ashmore throws that ball forward. It'll go off the back of the head of Violet Berry. She checks her ponytail for damage, but all is well, and the ball will be thrown in once again by Ashmore. This time Ashmore elects for a low throw. That one will be picked off by London Herod, who's got a pair of goals. Tied for the combine lead so far with Mira Dillon. Rowan Crookshank, long ball ahead, will be picked off by Tessa Langelan, who will leave it for Cale Harmon. Harmon to Maya Calvo. Calvo up the middle. Now to Callie Lundstrom. Lundstrom. She'll find Gabby Moretto on the outside. Moretto trying to dart around the defense. She'll do just that. Second defender had to come in to help out as Moretto, with a burst of speed, was trying to cut down the middle. She's kept to the perimeter, and now back comes Sloan Flugelsveit. An attempt at a through ball is too far through, and it'll make its way to Cale Harmon, who sends it right back down the pitch. Brialton to Flugelsveit. Now to the outside, long drive comes through, and looking for a goal from a similar spot as London Herod just scored, but unfortunately for Flugelsveit, rangefinder just a little bit off on that one. Here comes Orange. They've got numbers. An attempt at a through ball. What a stop there by Nia Crookshank. Had that ball gotten past Crookshank, off to the races alone would have been Sydney Renfrew. But to no avail as Crookshank gets in the way, and now Orange looks to do this over. And this time it's Rowan Crookshank who shuts that pass down. Still not out of danger yet as Orange maintaining possession through the midfield, although as I say it, it will be a blue throw after we have some substitutions for both sides. Take a super brief substitution break. Use that to get in some hydration. Once again, watching FTF Canada Soccer, Vancouver Summer Series Combine, nearing the end of this final game of the girls' side between Team 2 and Team 4. The throw for blue. That's hurled down the pitch there. Run onto here, centering bid comes through, and Cale Harmon able to get to that one. Had a couple of blue attackers bearing down right on her doorstep, but she'll tell them to keep knocking. She gets there first. Lexi Graham puts it up the middle. Samara Brown helps the pass along. McNeil runs to it along the right wall, able to hold this in. McNeil looks to center it, and that pass blocked by the boot of Tylee LeBlanc, and it'll go out for a corner kick. Maya Gallius-Allen going to take this one from Coastal FC, the center attacking mid. Looking to set up a 5-1 lead here for Blue if they can convert. The kick. Deep to the top of the box. The header comes through. It's blocked in front by the defender. Ball still loose. The rebound cleared out by Orange. That was a very quality header, but a mob of defenders in front able to block the attempt. And that'll be cleared out. Santarelli lifts a lengthy one in for Karis McSherry. That'll go off her boot and out of play. And that will be another blue throw. Just under 10 minutes to go in this match. Here's Gabby Moretto. Coughs it up to Sloan Flugelsveit. But Moretto right back on it like a dog on a bone. And it will be a pair of defenders who are able to get her off that ball. A Kaiserlink. Across for Flugelsveit. Flugelveit's pass was tipped away and nearly a chance there for Karis McSherry. Just couldn't get a boot to that before the keeper could. Jamie Armstrong trying to shut down the attack, and now here's an opportunity for Orange. Karis McSherry at a sharp angle looking to center it, and that's taken away by Nia Cruikshank. The defender from Vancouver Island Wave not going to let that ball go by. And now Blue trying to establish an attack the other way. They had numbers for a moment, but some strong defending from Tessa Langeland not going to let them by. Callie Lindstrom, she's got one this combine. Finds Manabe Downs. Back to the outside, Lindstrom trying to cut in front. Long ball comes through, and that won't bother the keeper one iota as Morgan Plato reaches down to snag that. Of course, this is the last side of the girls' side of the combine, but we've got 4 more games on the docket after this, as the boys' side of the combine kicks off next. Lexi Graham, across for Violet Berry. Berry steps around her coverage. Has to double back. Samara Brown going to give her a passing option, trying to connect with Berry again on a give-and-go play, but that one intercepted by the Orange defense, and they'll spring Karis McSherry down the left side. McSherry, tied up by Brown, is going to kick that ball out of play for an Orange throw. The throw comes through, stuck over in the far corner. McSherry looking to center that ball. It'll escape back out to the midfield. Waltman's got a touch to it. Blue, however, able to send this right back the other way. Tessa Langeland going to get there first. She's pursued, so forced to kick that one down to Kale Harmon. Harmon misfired on the first one. Second one goes right up the middle. Herod tried to take that away for her third goal of the combine. Herod, she's found a chance. London Herod still going 1-on-3 to the defense. Tried to dish it off there, but just too many defenders around to let that pass sneak through. And Gabby Moretto starts the counterattack. Manabe Downs across to Lindstrom. Back to Manabe Downs. She'll send that through. Running onto this. Over on the far side's Bryn LeBlanc. LeBlanc looking to send it through last moment, and running out to collect that was Plato. But a half step too late was Rio Manabe Downs. But that was certainly too close for comfort. That ball will ricochet back out of play over on the far side. We'll have an Orange throw taken by Tylee LeBlanc. LeBlanc to Waltmans. Back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc sidesteps the tackle. She'll go pitch wide, trying to find Gabby Moretto, but it's the defense there first as Nia Cruikshank begins the attack. What a through ball by Cruikshank, running onto this. Gallius Allen one-on-one. Can the strike comes through? And it stopped there. And pardon me, that was Kaylee Dist there trying to get the finish. But just unfortunately for her, when you're stuck spinning like that and the ball's in between your feet, really tough to then spin and get any sort of power on the shot. It's the exact struggle she found herself in. What a through ball from Nia Cruikshank, putting that in between absolutely everybody. And Kaylee Deist from the 09 Lusa girls came oh so close to her first goal of the combine. Now back the other way, it's Orange. Karis McSherry, if she can put on the Jets, might be able to get to this first. She'll do just that. Dodges Brown. McSherry, top of the box, fires, and that's kept aside. Diving stop from Morgan Plato. You can hear the applause from up here. She'll get a couple high fives from her teammates for that save as she dives across to the right-hand side to keep Orange from their second tally of the match. Will, of course, be a corner kick. They'll elect Tylee LeBlanc as the corner taker. LeBlanc. Here it comes. It's going to drop short into the box. Coming out to challenge was the netminder Plato, and that's picture-perfect goaltending as she'll punch it out of midair and recover the bouncing ball. Bang! Long goal kick from Plato. Perhaps trying to spring the striker. This time it is Galias Allen. Unfortunately for her, she can't get to it first as it's cleared back the other way. And here's Nia Cruikshank. And her own side of the pitch will spring London Herod down the left wall. Herod steps around one defender. Marvelous maneuvering. London Herod, she's still going, trying for the shot. She's going to be taken out there. I think she wanted a call, but I agree with the non-call by the referee. Although it does look like she might be hurt behind the play, but Orange have a chance 2-on-1 the other direction. The strike comes through off the bar and out. The rebound's there. They score. Karis McSherry scores for Orange. Great chance at one end is converted at the other, and they've doubled their total tallies. Karis McSherry, her first goal of the combine. Unfortunately, at the other end, it does seem like going down hard was... Can't quite tell who that is in the penny. But we may have our first injury of the combine. She's going to sub off. Thankfully, does look like she is able to walk off under her own volition. And I believe that's Maya Calvo. And sure enough, it is Maya Calvo. Apologies for the delay. Just had to make sure you get the right penny reading. And you can tell not putting too much weight on that left ankle. Although, again, if you're able to walk off something like that, that's always a great sign. Great conversion by Karis McSherry. Not giving up on the play on that rebound. On Orange have doubled their total tallies. They've still got a ways to go to really start to dig into this 4-2 lead, however. A throw in on the far side. Taken here by Blue. We've got maybe a minute or two tops left in this match. I expect it to end at any moment. Tessa Langelant. Able to forward that one. Continuing with it. Down to the right-hand side. Nia Cruikshank steers it over to Alicia Kaiserlink, who tried to go for a run there before being stymied by the Orange defense. Through ball comes in ahead. Here's Moretto. Puts it in front. One-on-ones. Karis McSherry. But that one offside was going to be called, and therefore the game shall be as well, I believe, after this kick. Just looking at the time, but as it was offside, we've had our whistle. Here it goes the other way. What's likely the final play of the game? London Herod. Can she get 3 goals in day 1 of the combine? She's certainly going to try. Centering pass comes through, and it just not quite enough as it will be taken away by Orange. Back comes Moretto. Another through ball attempt here, running onto this one. Keeper's going to come out to challenge. Great challenge from Plato. She had to go for quite the run on that, but she'll bail out the defense. Tied up here through center. Corrali Waltmans digs that one loose. Waltman's still got it. 1-on-2. That will be the final whistle. We are done halfway of day one here for the FTF Canada Vancouver Summer Series Combine. That'll do it for the girls' side of the bracket. Next up, we've got 4 consecutive boys' side of the games. That final game, 4-2, the highest scoring game of the day. But it will be Team 4 in blue taking down Team Orange by a score of 4-2. Some brilliant goals scored in that match, some excellent defending and great goalkeeping all day. It's been an awesome day one for the girls' side of the Combine, but that will put a bow on it. Team 1 coming out with the best Team 4 coming out with the best results of the Combine as they are 2-0 through day 1. Team 1 with a pair of draws. Team 2 a draw and a loss, and Team 3 a draw and a loss as well. So once again, that will do it. You have been watching FTF Canada Vancouver Summer Series Combine. I've been Zach Clark. So happy to be here. Thanks for FTF Canada for having me back. And stick around. In about 5 minutes' time, we'll begin the boys' side of the bracket. Team 1 versus Team 2. That's up next here from Cloverdale Athletic Park.